Welcome. Welcome to Dungeons & Dragons. This is episode 33 of Realm of the Chaos King. Thank you for joining us. If you're not on YouTube, you can go check out our abridged episodes to go and see what's going on, because this is a hefty episode. The past two have been hefty. A lot of role play, a lot of lore, a lot of interpersonal relationships cracking down. This session we are going to be focusing on Osiren Grenmore, Nasu Fims, Desmond, and Humphrey Regalius. Next session will be entirely Vivian Dagamaris, Iclid, and
Eupheme.
No, I already said Eupheme.
Nope.
Oh, Eupheme. No, I thought that I said him first. I thought I said Eupheme first. Eupheme, Dagamaris, Vivian, and Iclid. But what happened last session? Last session, the party, well, they spoke to Zed for a bit. They met Desmond, a paladin of Bahamut, a very disliked deity in this part of the entire continent. Everyone hates Bahamut, except for paladins of Bahamut. But even they sort of.
No.
A little iffy. They're a little iffy.
Don't you speak
I'm
for
not
me?
speaking for Desmond, but I know that the other...
you're speaking for Glorb.
Oh, yeah. But Desmond was met. They had a wonderful time. They traveled down to Heimdallr, explored what had happened. It was disgusting. It was grody. There were fleshy trees. There were some people caught in vines. And then they went into a tunnel. They discovered a sappy thing, a bloody sappy thing. They took it, and they sort of ran with it. And they were like, all right, that's cool. Osiren then was like, I want to see what's on top of the tree. So he flies. He flies like he can up to the very top of the tree.
Your fruit.
And he fails a wisdom save. He finds a fruit that he fucking likes, and then he flies back down with the fruit in hand. Nasu's like, what's that? He goes, it's a fruit. Nasu says, okay, that's cool. And they walk back to Wells. And once they get back into Wells, they bought some oil for Nasu. They bought some food for dinner. And they invited Durs and Skylar to the airship to show them around. Skylar wanting Nasu to steal everything of Osiren's, as Osiren seems very wealthy in comparison to what she has seen. They spoke over dinner. There was some good role play, some good tender role play between everyone, and also Humphrey Regalius finally made out with somebody. Desmond being the first person ever to reciprocate his energy, but he failed, rolling 2 natural 2s in a row. Even with a +8, he was very mediocre. But that didn't stop him. He ended up making out with Desmond 3 times.
Wow, we're really gonna do the cool count tonight.
Absolutely. And Humphrey's feeling pretty good about that. They then awoke and were led by Thonian Casco, everyone's new favorite NPC. The one barrier of separation from Vidar Humst of the humans. And
Accurate.
they were led back into the mining hall to await Titus Mirkwood. Oh. Not sure what to expect. Everyone was a little bit uneasy, not afraid, but just a bit uneasy about what to expect. Titus comes out a little bit more deflated than they expected. A little bit less energy, a little bit less rage. And so they spoke to him very cordially. They did, mostly. Desmond sort of got on his nerves a little bit, Bahamut and all that. But everyone else spoke to him, asked some questions. They saw Glorbax in all of his sleeping beauty.
Poor kid.
They discussed a little more. Titus showed everyone a painting of a crab conquering a small pile of stones that his mother did. And they walked back up, followed by Zetataxonos, Denzoro Xander Gumfeld.
That's his last name?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Denzoro Xander Gumfeld, Morgan Delesto, Thonian Caspo, Titus Mirkwood all sit in the mining hall, awaiting Titus's addressing of the nation, so to speak. So, as you all sit there, awaiting for him to begin, he... You know what, honestly, I'm getting a little nervous. I'm gonna go off to this side a little bit, do whatever you want. Just don't walk out there, it'll ruin the entire moment. Alright? Be right back. And he walks up to the corner.
Sure.
Then Zora walks over. Walks away.
Hey, you take a look at that. Did you do all your studying that you went into on that fruit you found?
No. I haven't looked at it at all.
Okay.
I need to go back to my forge or something.
You gotta take it back to the Grenwar Manor to look at it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Why? Are you interested?
Only if you had the ability to discern something offhand. I don't know. After talking with Titus just now, there seems to be some sort of odd divorce between his, the power that he invokes and, him.
What does that have to do with the seed?
I don't know. Maybe confirm if that power is really as alien to him as I think it is.
There's a spell I could cast, but I don't want to do it here
No,
in present company.
Well, of course.
Might have to wait until after the war.
We have to wait for a lot of things, Tom.
If you want to make an Arcana check, you can go ahead.
On the seed?
On the fruit.
On
It's
the
not.
fruit,
You're
sorry?
not. You're not doing anything like actively, so it wouldn't like reveal anything to anyone else.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be taking those.
Just pulls it out in front of Titus.
Stealing.
This yours? Why no?
15.
15. It sort of pulls to you. Always sort of like lingering right here. It's in your bag. If you want to make an insight check as well.
Oh, things affecting Osiren's mind.
It's definitely not affecting your mind.
His
It is a different type of pull.
Nat 20.
It's so weird. A year ago, you would have thought this was malignant, malevolent in some way. It is an eerie sort of angry emotion that tugs at your soul, though you don't sense that it wishes you any harm necessarily. It is a familiar feeling. Not that you have felt energy like this before, but it is reminiscent of a young boy scorned. That is the feeling that you get from it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look into it more, but with the one I picked,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, spoke to me. Not literally, just, I don't know, an intuition.
Okay.
Hopefully it's not like a parasite or something.
Well, we found out that the vines below were just trying to heal those members of the Dragon's Legion. So,
If we can believe Titus Mirkwood, which I don't necessarily think we can.
I think he'd have no reason to lie about that.
Sure he does.
Makes him look bad.
I don't really think he...
You been quiet?
Huh?
This is a hall. You guys are
Oh,
with
we're, like,
Morgan,
whispering,
Alesto, and
sorry.
Zed, and all that. You guys are being quiet, right?
Mostly, yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. I'm just making sure.
Do you really think he... No offense, but cares about looking bad to you two?
After the talk we just had? Yeah. Now I do.
I don't think he'd have any reason to lie. I think he would have told you the truth even if it wasn't good.
Why do you think that?
It just seems like the kind of guy he is. I don't know what he would have to prove to you. If he was lying to you, I don't know what hiding that would have done. You have to go into Cruel anyway.
I don't have to. We're here fighting
At this point,
for a cause. I'm not a prisoner of Titus Mirkwood or a warrior of Titus Mirkwood. Or
Look,
an ally,
You're
at the very least,
look, I think
or at the very most.
those great positions of authority always have a reason to lie. That said, no, I don't think Titus was.
Like I said, I don't think he was lying, necessarily. I just think it's a possibility.
Yes, what I said in so many words.
I mean, none of that really lends to the credibility of whether or not the tree's fruits are good or helpful as well, but
Okay, see, that's what I was thinking. I feel like them have to be some sort of amalgamation of the purest form of Balanzar magic and such.
the fruit?
Right?
I don't think they'd be left unattended, if that was true.
Not that they hold any certain power, just that they were born of it.
Sure.
It could be that no one knows. I mean, this is something that's fairly new. Even when Titus was talking about it, he said he didn't quite understand how he did it.
Right.
We could ask.
Who,
Well,
Titus?
not implying that you have one, but we could just
I
say
didn't
we noticed him.
mean to make this a whole conversation. I was just asking if he had looked at it already.
Not against asking.
I don't.
Independent study is probably the best thing, but
I don't even think it would wield much prescient information.
Asking or understanding
Understanding
what
I
it
guess
is
part of
on
it.
its own.
On its own is fine. We have it. We can look at it. It's fine. I just going any further from there. It's just
Well, sure. If you're not necessarily worried about it being some terrible thing, then yeah, carry it and don't know what it is until later.
that reminds me, I have this other thing that I don't know. I'll tell you guys about it later.
Is it the sappy thing?
No.
Oh.
It's, I think I got it before I met you, too. It's a piece of a god.
What?
Yeah, I'll talk about it later.
Interesting. All right.
Are you talking about that?
Nothing shocks me anymore.
Were you there? No, you weren't there.
Yeah, we all had that dream.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Nasu was there.
Yeah.
Good memory.
Yeah, I
That was
still have it.
2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Colonel M was 2 years ago?
Yes.
No, it wasn't. Colonel M was last year.
Nope.
No.
It's 2 years ago.
No.
Yeah.
It was in 2020.
Time.
I don't know where I am.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where I am.
Oh, man.
The whole Dreamer's Stead, Pender Scrap,
mhm.
beginning of the Shards of the Spine, that was 2 years ago. He had just moved into his
No
his
shit.
second apartment, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Crazy.
Wow, we've been playing this game a long time.
A lot of shit's happened.
Damn, a lot of
That's
shit.
why I'm shocked that he remembers that. Good
Yeah.
stuff, yeah.
No, you're right. That's another thing that I have just hanging around.
Yeah. Still don't forget them bastards for pulling you a fast one in the fucking card line. Yeah. What we find out about that is fun.
Oh, Siren's like one of those treasure goblins in an action RPG. He's just glowing, and you kill him, and all this ancient shit comes out of
He
him.
casts detect magic. He's just a white
Dude, a fucking ancient dragon eye, a fucking piece of a god. Oh my fucking god!
The fruit, the sap,
Jesus Christ, this dude
the
is
sensor.
the sensor. Holy
good lord.
Control.
Golly, you just have to be like Baldric, I dare you. Cast detect magic. And then you fucking take it into the my eyes! I can't divine that much sauce!
Drippy.
Yeah. At this point, Morgan comes over. How are y'all doing?
Calm before the storm?
Yeah. As fine as anyone could be before war.
Yes.
You'll be on our ship, right? You
Yes, yes.
Zed.
We're not sure if both of us are going to be going aboard. Titus was talking to us just now and said that he doesn't think that we need much assurances aboard your ship, but I would still want a few more people on board to operate. If we're going to have you in the air and not on the ground, I would like you to be useful, at least. We would all like you to be useful. I'm not saying that you wouldn't be, but the more the merrier, more weapons, ship in the sky. You will grant us great advantage.
Durs and Skylar mentioned wanting to be on the ship.
Yes, and Durs especially would be of great help. Another gunslinger. I know that me and Zed are, well, talented in other ways. Cannot operate those rich pieces of machinery as well as you. So, as much as it pains me to say, we might send some Varstovs aboard your ship, as they are talented in that regard. Some of the only people that... Guns are very expensive. And many of the soldiers that we have out there, many of the other people don't know how to operate them very well. I will probably be staying down on the battlefield.
That sounds right by me. And hey, you know what? While we're talking about it, you think of our styles to send all of their shits into war?
The Varstovs are not to be trusted.
I know. I'm just saying, wouldn't mind.
We've all voiced our grievances with siding with the Varstovs. Zed specifically, as he used to work for them, was not very fond of them anymore. But
Who is?
have no illusions. The Varstovs aren't trusted by us.
Will they be
No,
operating the cannons or their own machinery?
Well, the artillery that we'd be arming you with would be Varstov artillery. And we won't be doing that until we reach Dunbarrow, most likely. Not Dunbarrow, the Cross.
Right.
But once we reach the Cross, the Varstovs have many caravans of iron and wood that they have brought, filled with machinery that they stole from Glaucon Meridian or had made by another artificer family, the Begelias. If you want to make a history check, you certainly can.
Let me write them down. History?
Yes.
I love O'Sharon.
Yeah, he's got fucking fat stacks, dude.
When it comes to history and intelligence
God damn.
28.
You know of the Begalia family. As did your father, though your father never once sold anything to Glaucon or the Tower of the Seven Sages, as he disliked them greatly.
Very nice.
However, the Begalia family almost dealt exclusively in armaments for Glaucon Meridian or the Tower of the Seven Sages, whether or not that was of their own fruition or not. But the Begalia family didn't really affect your family's goods in any way, as there was no crossover. There was no competition, as you weren't selling, nor were you creating the same things. Your father has only made 2 guns that you know of, and they have made many. So,
Okay.
yes.
How-
What?
On a scale of like 1 to 10, like how much? How good?
The Grenmores were far superior in their craft. If
Sure,
Grenmores
but are they up
are
there,
they're
up
10, the Begalias are 7s.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
The Grenmores
Respectable.
had far more breadth of scope, primarily because Malin and Varun worked together, whereas the Begalia family only focused on one thing. And the guns that you saw, the one that Baria held and the one that Osiren saw in the upper districts of Morath, were some of the most intricately crafted weapons you've ever seen. And they were both crafted by Varun Grenmore. Yes. They stole 2 cannons designed by the Begalia family. One they have coined the Varstov Dragon Slayer, post them leaving Tristfall, as I'm sure it was not called that while they were licking his boots.
It'll fit well on the ship then.
Yes, I've heard what your name is for it. I like it. But yes, so you will not have me there to temper Zed.
It's
It will
a
just be
shame.
Zed. Yeah, I know. And Zed, what? Shut up. My talents are much more useful around. I am a sword specialist. Zed, while he seems like a bastard, is quite efficient at healing and ranged combat. He's a supportive man. Sometimes. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know that you will just think about armaments, as again, we will be showing you them in the cross, and you will only have one of the lieutenants aboard your ship. So plan accordingly.
Will do.
See you there. And he walks away.
Well, that's... I don't know if that's better or worse.
It's a little bit worse.
Think so?
Zed isn't awful, but Morgan is definitely the best of them. From what I've seen, at the very least.
We're on the same side. Honestly, I'd be more worried about Varstov's crawling on our shit, but Durs and I can whip him into shape, and honestly, won't be too sad to send him into the front lines.
Hopefully we'll get that one half-drow gunslinger.
She did not like us.
She's very competent. She's easier to deal with than some of the other ones,
That would be beneficial.
in my experience, I guess. Why did she not like you?
I wanted to see her gun.
Did you ask politely?
Well, I think so, yeah. Did I?
I thought so. I assume she doesn't like me, because... Well, yeah.
Because, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. You're ready.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's be the welcoming party.
Let's go then. All right. So, as you sit there, awaiting Titus Mirkwood, pushes his hand on the double doors. And as he opens these doors, you hear the clamoring screams of thousands. And you look out to see the same. Many thousands of humans, half-elves, and even halflings and gnomes, bellowing at the top of their lungs. You see tabards of Shrenten, banners of it too. You see sigils of pools and cow signs of Vedderbrook and Trullo. You see family crests of central gnomes and hardy colors of halflings through and through. They spread far from the base of the stairs below, and they move like a singular mass. You see heads bobbing and their bodies consuming the small homes and buildings of wells. Their chants shake the ground beneath your feet, and you smell the vigor of the pushdown, the stepped on, the sickly, the ailed, the unfortunate, and the broken many whose wills have finally come to bear. And as you step out onto the porch just outside the mining hall, they see Titus Mirkwood, and you see the thousands of them stretching many, many hundreds of feet into the fields, rage to their leader. They cry out and chant while their feet pound the ground, sending tremors through your spine. Titus reaches the end of this stair. Armies and allies of humanity, you stand tall and proud, and you are glorious, all of you. I see a light, not shining from the sun, nor the moon or the stars above, but lo, I see the light of 1,000 souls, brilliant, more than 10,000 moons I see. You know what, actually, fuck the script. And he throws it. I'm not gonna sit here and tell any of you that it's gonna be easy. We're gonna fight one of the largest armies ever seen, and a lot of you are gonna die. That I can be for certain. I would feel remiss lying to any of you about that. But know this, it'll be the first time that a human or a halfling or gnome had ever died honorably of their own fruition, knowing that you're not fighting for death or fighting to it, but you're fighting for the right for everyone else to live. So, what I want you to do is simple, all of you. All 10,000. Nah, maybe not 10. Possibly 4. But that's fine. Because you'll fight like one. You'll fight like 10,000. The Tel'Dorai, the soldiers of the undead, it don't fucking matter. Because you got something else. You got something else. So I want you to do one thing. Rage! All of you! For humanity! For being kicked over all your lives! For being small, not having a seat at the table! Die, maybe. But live, always! For I will remember you! All the people in me will remember you! Know that! You'll be the first to be remembered. And definitely not the fucking last! So all of you march! March for glory! March for life! And march goddamn like your fucking legs and life depend on it! Go rage, humanity! For blood and for Balanzar! And lightning strikes out. And they all immediately, you watch as the armies of humanity begin to march, slowly pouring out from between the homes and the shops of Wells. Around the small planter boxes of succulents and herbs, and into the fields of Wesson, and the King's Western Road to Dunbarrow and beyond. So as you see that, and Titus Mirkwood begins to walk down the steps, he finishes his speech, and the armies of humanity and their allies, wiping his face of the spit that flew and breathing deeply, retrieving the many, many bouts of air that were lost. Behind him, you stand with his closest advisors and strongest soldiers. Right next to you is Zed Ataxanos. To the left is Denzoro Xander Grumfeld, the most devoted of the paladins of Balanzar. You watch as he wipes tears from his cheeks as he looks almost longingly at Titus Mirkwood. Just to the right of Titus, you see Thonian Caskbow, formerly Canon, his face set ablaze with both pride and rage as he watches the armies of humanity march west. To the right of Thonian, you see Morgan de Lesto, his face solemn with an expression of both sadness and determination. And then there are all of you, a Grenmore, one of 2 remaining of a noble line, and the revenger of your family taken too soon. A Fims, the offspring of an unknown family, at least to the world today, son of the fire district on paper, though son of Durs by truth, and a gunslinger of higher and higher renown by the day. A Desmond, one of only 3 known paladins of Bahamut left, and the most trusted of Glorbax's troop, a child of Schventon and a daughter of Adamas, a Regalius, heir of a great fortune cast aside in search of his father and for adventure. But now you sit here, behind the likes of Titus Mirkwood, and it is surreal. Your face is seen by the forces who would defend this land with their lives. You think of how you all got here, what a journey it has been. Osiren, traveling from the city of Grescio in search of the unknown, discovering the darkness in his heart and illuminating it with the love he thought he had lost. Nasu, running from a past shrouded by gunsmoke and a city ruled by villains and villains alike. Desmond, kept just out of reach of justice for so long, freed by a boy nearly half your age, and thrust into the domain of your God, into the path of justice. It has been long, again, since the copper mines of Dunbarrow, where Vivian and Osiren's paths crossed, where Grenmore and Friedman collided for the second time. It has been long, again, since the gunshot heard through the ash, and the day Nasu's path also crossed with Friedman and Grenmore alike. It hasn't been too long since Brandsbane stirred the likes of Desmond, though time has yet to mend the wounds festered by Bahamut's absence. That is for you now. And now you hear the sound of marching, the clanking of metal, and the bellowing roars of those marching almost certainly to their deaths. You hear it, the sound of fear tickling the backs of their throats as they roar in defiance of such things. But it is that you hear the loudest. This song does not fit this moment at all. So I'm going to go with this one. But it is that you hear the loudest, for you know they are well aware they march to the cruel mockery of death, and the scissors that would seek to cut short their already meager strings of life. But it is with that the roars lift your souls the highest, that you hear that fear, that knowledge, but it is drowned by something far stronger, the will to live, the will to fight and be free, the will to avenge their sons, their daughters, their wives, their husbands, their uncles, their grandfathers, their aunts, and their grandmothers alike. You hear their screams call out for justice not only for themselves, but for the many dead in Titus, Nasu's parents, Osiren's family, Rocket, Ichlid's best friend, Dagomaris's people, and the many of those same people enslaved within the scar. They call out for justice for those within Tristfall. They scream for the justice of those long lost. They call for the songs of the muted, and they roar for the tales of the blinded. They call out for all of you, for you have become the tools with which justice is done, the shields of life and the swords of true death. For both shields and swords are but wood and steel, if not for the hands that wield them, and wield the powers bestowed by the world you have certainly done. And then Titus turns to you all, a few tears in his eyes and a frown curled through his lips, for you all know what fate the souls he just spoke to likely meet. All right. We march as well now, to the same fate of all those down there. We're not worth more. Our lives have no more meaning than any of them who fight with less strength. Our legs will carry those with none, and our arms will hold the shields of those who cannot. All we have is the power to give what we can. And our cups, while they might be a little bit more full, it is not ours to drink. Give it all right? Give it all for this world. Your families, for your loved ones, for your friends, and for your children you've yet to have. for your brothers and your sisters. Now, let's fight, my friends, or my acquaintances of high regard. Fight like there is no army, like there is only us. Go, and I'll see you on the road to justice, all of you. And he begins to walk down. Sorry, he walks back into the mine.
Let's giddy up.
To the ship.
All right. So as Titus walks back into the mine, you are led by the lieutenants and Anthonian Casco down into the marching legions of your kin and friends yet to be made. You walk down the steps a bit more shakily, the thousands of boots quaking the wood and making loose the bolts that hold them. The air is thick with dust as the many soldiers, farmers, tailors, and shopkeepers all walk in unison to the same goal. And you watch their thinly veiled bodies walk as you step down from the perch above. There are many, and their faces are warped with that fear you heard earlier, hidden not by a false sense of pride. But you see something so wonderful, that as they see you, your face laden not with fear, but with pride of all those marching despite it, their fear all but disappears, and they smile and cry but a few tears, freed momentarily from the frightful chains that bound them at the sight of such heroes as you. But it was not the beholders you have slain, nor the monstrosities of the Erlendi you have freed, nor the wizards of evil you have felled that brings you with this feeling of theirs. You have simply done what you were supposed to as another living thing in this world. You have reassured them of their lives. And in your face of pride and of theirs of fear, you have not diminished their existence, but assured them of their bravery. You have not let these people march to their death, but you have given them the opportunity to march for a better life. Fuck. Soon after you all see this, the many faces of the army before you, do you reach their ranks. The dust fills your eyes and lungs, and you hear not anything but the rumbling sounds of determination, many all around you. You push through their varying ranks, gliding past those hefty warriors of chaos that lumber through with a few smaller humans, halflings, and gnomes on their broad shoulders. Walking past soldiers of villages you've never heard of, and glancing at faces in the turmoil of people you've never met. The homes of wells stand firm like pillars of civilization, mysterious in the fog of dirt that plumes angrily around you all. And like the tides of life itself, the armies crash around them without any harm coming to the wood, their foundations kept intact, as if all life knows is when to protect and when to destroy. All these homes are to return to and not to lay low. It takes you a while, but eventually you reach the Telglorio Regicide at the edge of the legions abound. And with the clouds of dust at your back and the winds created by the breath of those many souls behind you rustling your clothes and hair, you climb aboard the ship of your make, this time with two more alongside you. You all find your positions, and you feel the vibrations of the army even here, through the wheels of the ship and the soles of your boots. What would you like to do?
I didn't want to interrupt, but while we were traveling,
Yeah.
I wanted to keep an eye out for that lady that came to see us to ask about Dagamaris.
Sure, make a perception check. It's going to be... I'm going to say perception with disadvantage because of the smoke, the dust and shit, but yeah.
Grimy.
God damn, man.
16.
Jesus.
I'm really
Yeah.
so low today.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Yeah,
The
Jesus
cameras
Christ.
are rolling?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. We got a showboater here. I'll say that As you nearly reach the ship, you see Anina off, marching.
I
toward the
want to
back.
get her attention. I want her on the boat or on the ship.
Make a performance check. I'll say make a dex check first, and then a performance check.
Just straight dex.
Yes, acrobatics.
Straight dex. Flash of genius.
Ah.
It's not. Yeah, I'll flash of genius.
Okay.
23.
Okay, yeah. So roll performance with advantage then.
Very nice.
Definitely worth. 23.
Jesus. Okay, yeah. So as you just see Osiron climb over people, one of the soldiers of chaos like reaches down and like throws you. Anina looks over as you land right next to her. What?
You know Dagamaris, right?
Yes.
Well, we're going to get him if you want to ride on our ship.
And she looks over. What good is a ship in? Is that the flying one? Is that yours?
Yes. We're,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sure.
We know him. We're going to. Yes, we're going to save him.
Okay. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. If you'll have me.
Absolutely.
I don't know how to
yes.
sail.
That's fine. You can help in other ways.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And she grabs your
What is she armed
arm.
with?
What?
What is she armed with?
Like a short sword.
Yeah.
She needs to be on the ship.
Yeah, I have some extra weapons that I can probably.
She does not look trained very much at all.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you pull her through the crowds, and Nasu and the rest of you see as Osiris pulls this.
I'll be explaining. See, I kind of owe him because he saved my life.
Okay. And she's just like, okay. All right. Who's this?
A friend of
All
a
right.
friend.
All right.
Anita.
Anina,
Humphrey.
nice to meet you. Nice to meet you as well. Don't get jealous now, Desmond. All right.
Okay.
Humphrey.
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
this one.
Why? Do you want to?
Let's not talk about people like that.
Especially when they're standing right here.
And she.
Anina, my name is Desmond. Is that all you have?
Yes.
Oh, I can get you something more when we
No,
get to
this
the
is
ship.
all I can use.
You ever fire a cannon before?
We can figure it out.
No.
It's all easy. I'll show you.
We'll figure something out.
I think you're lying, but it's okay. All right. And she comes aboard the ship.
Our doors and...
Yes, Durs and Skylar are already on
assume
board.
that they're
Yeah, they're already on board.
Very nice, very nice.
Mitos?
Yes. Hello. How's your chat?
Oh, still alive? When
Yes,
when
it
I
is good.
Thought it would.
Yes.
Invigorating.
Invigorating. Yes, I heard his speech. It's quite nice. Booming voice. Scary a little bit. Lightning up aboard. I would be scared if I was undead. Perhaps. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not undead. Do they feel fear? I don't know. Maybe that is why they're so scary.
Well, I mean, if they do, we'll find out pretty soon.
I will be flying this ship, so your lives are all in my hands. This is okay. I've gotten quite good at it in the past 4 days that I have flown it.
I can fly. I can take over.
There is no way I would ever let you fly. Plus, you have guns. I have only spear. You are more useful in the air.
Okay, all right. Fair enough.
Yes. So, shall we go to the helm then, Osiris?
Yeah. Positions. Captain.
I don't know.
Everybody
Osiris is
just get into a
captain.
nice place to a nice view
Yes.
and hold on to something tight.
We don't. Are we fighting today?
I don't think so.
We're
I think we're doing a resupplying the cross first.
Yes. Well, it takes many days to march to there, I'm sure. So
We'll be doing a lot of.
Zed. Yes, it will take 5 or 6 days to get to the cross from here, marching. And you will not be flying ahead, I'm assuming.
Not too far, but I do want to do some scouting work.
Yes. All right. we can do that as well. Just don't get too far ahead.
Well, they just don't want the ship to land before the land army reaches the ground. We can always fly ahead, circle back.
Yes. So here's the thing. I don't know if you know this, but Titus's eyes glow orange, yes? And so do mine. And he... orange.
Yes.
That means that I can see everything the light touches. I can see. Not at once, but if someone is disguised, for instance, and there are about 3 or 4 of Meridian spies in this army that we have right now. They're sitting here, but they will give him information that they already know until the very last minute, until we are planning on tricking them. Glaucon is not very smart. If he hadn't burned all the books of history, then maybe he would know that the Eclipse and all of his allies have, the ability to see through lies. But he's a moron, and so all the books in the library I hear are about him.
Okay.
So
this...
He destroyed the books.
He did, yes, he burned them.
What does this have to do with scouting ahead?
Oh, so we want you to stay with the army. Otherwise, they say this ship is without an army to the ass. And Glaucon can fly to Tristful to the cross in half a day. So if he wishes, you get caught out. And then we die. And that's not good.
Understood.
Yes.
All right.
That's fair.
So just, keep it. We should fly back, land near the army at night. And then I'm for scouting, though. I think that is a great idea. What purpose would a flying machine have? That is one of the many, I'm sure. Firepower. Although you only have 2 cannons, so.
Yeah, I heard we were getting more...
At the cross, my friend.
Understood.
Yes. Morgan told you well. And he also said that you were with me, Desmond.
Zed.
Where do you want me? I will not be in the helm, for I believe it is enclosed, and I would be best somewhere else.
Right now...
Yeah, we should keep you on the bow, probably.
Bow.
Yeah.
Where's that?
The front.
The front.
Very
nice.
to be very useful. Everyone else can just make themselves comfortable.
Good.
We'll worry about exact stations at a later date.
Are there
Sounds good.
windows underneath? Or not?
There are in the cannon area.
There are holes you saw at the cannon ports.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Cannon port. None in the midsection.
Okay.
Yes. No? I don't
Why?
know. What?
I just don't know if I like height. I don't know how I feel about heights yet, so I figured I would maybe not be on the unprotected top of the
Okay.
ship.
Oh,
It's fine.
so-
I'll figure myself out.
Yes,
Don't worry
we need
about
some
it.
time to figure it out.
All right. Well, I'll get to my station at the bow. Instead, walks over, slicks his hair
Teach me
back.
those names.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like I should know the names of the places on the boat.
Yeah, I mean, you made the damn ship.
Yeah.
We all made it. Thank you very much. I did most of the sawing. You saw me sweating, flexing, dripping wet.
Even in wartime, huh? Don't give it up.
This is the most important time. I must be, what is it? Levin?
Lividity.
No, it's not levited. That's a big word for you, Nasser.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My mind's going blank.
Yes,
actually.
might as well. I'm cool.
High in morale.
What?
High in morale.
Morale, yes.
Did we bring ale?
Yes, we have 1 barrel of shit ale. Good. Well, I'll be with Zed. And he walks over, struts over, and
Oh
Zed.
God! What a terrible conversation there.
Skylar, can I
Yes,
see you over here?
sure. And Mitos, do you want to go to the helm now? Get this stuff going.
Sure.
Load it. And Mitos and Osiris go up. Let's go. Yes?
Anita, you should follow.
Okay. And
I'm gonna go to the cannons.
All right.
You're obviously already on the ship.
Yes. Is that a problem?
I'm in my right mind not to hike you by the back of your pants and throw you off the board side.
Oh, you'd rather maybe at the front lines then?
Yeah.
All right, then shut up, Nasu.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Okay, look, you don't have to give me such lip. I'm getting there. All right, look. You have your own agency. I want you to make your own choices. And if your choice is to be on the ship here with us, I'll protect you.
Okay. Thank you.
You know how to use them things down there?
Yes, Nasu, I know how to use a cannon.
Good. I'm proud.
All right. She's gonna. She walks away.
Jesus. All right.
Okay.
I'm sitting at the cannon hole.
Okay. Anina is with you, and you see Skylar and Durs walk down to the cannon deck as well.
Hi, I stand up because I'm squatting kind of embarrassingly.
Hi there, Desmond.
You're both going to be down here as well?
Yeah, these are the cannons. The two that we have.
Yeah. Are we shooting anything today?
I don't know, but I'm a gunslinger.
Sure. Yeah.
And Skylar is too. Yeah. Yeah, well. All right, then. Good dog, Desmond. Walks over to the other cannon, sort of like...
Okay. Remind me of the structure of the ship. There's
So it's
the top.
first deck helm, which is underneath the envelope. It's sort of built underneath
Right,
it with a ladder that goes up
Yeah.
to that helm.
Okay.
And then you go to the back, in which it's sort of built like a regular ship
Yeah.
with what would be the captain's quarters
Uh-huh.
that leads down into the second deck,
Uh-huh.
which is the kitchen and some lounging areas.
Right.
And then you go down one more
One more,
and
and
that's
the
the third deck.
cannons
Cannons are there.
Yes.
The engine is there.
Right.
And then you go to one more down. Final deck, fourth deck, is the sleeping area.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
She's a luxury crew.
Do we have a
Damn.
Do we have a crow's nest?
Yes, I believe you
Yeah.
designed one. Yeah.
There's one that goes over the top.
The envelope.
Mhm.
Yeah. So there's a rope ladder that climbs. over.
Okay.
Hate
I'll,
that.
I'll be
a
up there.
circular
Okay.
glass.
Okay. Sounds good. So, Mitos then shoves her arms into the ignition slips, and you all hear the vicious and glorious roar of the Grenmorian elemental engine. It shakes each board of the ship and each nail, bolt and washer, until the friends of the mountain oil brings them all to rest once again, just as you all do for each other. You hear the sound of wind explode out from behind the propellers, the air of the engine flying through the turbines just behind them, and the electricity of the Hikishan and Grenmorian might flowing through every inch of the vessel. The hum begins to sound less chaotic and more like harmony of flight once more, and the wheels grind against the soil beneath. You move faster and faster, the marching battalions flying past you to your right, and then the wings unfurl like an angel's might on either side and begin to flutter ever so softly as the air slips and slides around the wood, mithril, cotton, and aluminum of your creation. Then, as it has been, you feel the vibration cease as you all gracefully lift off the ground and begin to careen through the realm of fanes and the song of trees. What would you like to do as you fly during this first day?
Just be looking out.
Perception check.
Yeah.
I'm flipping as to whether or not I'm afraid of heights.
Okay.
2, I'm afraid of heights.
Okay.
I'm afraid of heights. Okay.
Okay. Then make a constitution
Nah,
saving throw.
balls.
Nice.
I have pretty not. Oh, save? Damn. 21.
Okay, yeah, so you...
Please excuse me. I'm gonna go to where there is not a window. Thank you.
All right,
And
then.
I'm gonna go to the
Have fun.
sleeping deck
Okay.
and just.
You and Mito see down, as you look down toward the bow, Zed is pointing and laughing at Humphrey as he...
Oh, yeah.
Zed is...
Wasn't he afraid as well?
Zed?
No, Humphrey.
Humphrey.
Yeah, Humphrey is,
Yeah.
he's...
Why is he doing that?
And Zed is just cackling at him, pointing and laughing as Humphrey is doing
Poor
that.
kid. How old is he again?
Humphrey?
Yeah.
Like 23.
Oh God.
Okay.
Now I feel like a creep.
So, Nasu. Looking down. Looking down. Looking down at the armies beneath you, feeling the wind slap you in the face as you peer over the decks many hundreds of feet above the ground, you see the land tell a story of fertility, of sustenance, of living. The ripples are like waves, only they move much slower and exist much wider. But the wheat that flows upon them moves much like water, and you see the life it bears marching through it all. It is a sad story, it is indeed. Though you feel the story is far from over, and those ripples, while they move slowly, they do move. And the life that it bears, well, it hasn't always marched as it does now. The land has fed many a child, and it holds within its reeds many stories from many an old fellow with a cup of tea in their well-worn hands. The winds that cut through it all carry notes of those dead. They carry notes of those just born, and they carry the bridges of those still living. And again, you hear the song of life, regardless of how melancholy it may all be right now. The wind does not care. You cannot change the song of life. It just is, and it will never cease to be the most beautiful thing you could ever imagine. You hear it all from up high. You hear, just barely, the humming and marching tunes of humanity. You hear the still hearty chants of the halflings and the lovely whistles of gnomes. You hear the synchronous tunes of the half-elves of the south, and you hear the few bellowing and enchanting shanties of the dwarves. But that is simply but a portion of it, a tiny fraction of the whole. For you do not only hear the sounds of humans, of elves, of dwarves, and of halflings, for that is not all life is. Nay, you also hear the gorgeous sound of the song of birds. They are here to pay their respects to those able to fight for their lives as well. You imagine the mice of the fields standing proudly in observation of those willing to fight for them too. Their song just as strong as yours, albeit a bit quieter. You see in your mind's eye the rattling of snakes, not as a warning, but again as the music they create with a vigor unmatched, as they too look on so happily as so many fight for their right to live. And then you hear, amidst the songs of the armies and the tunes of the fields, the mice, the snakes, and the moles, the mooing of the cows as they lend their voices to the wonderful song of life, and the meowing of the barn cats and the barking of many a family dog. You hear the bleating of sheep and the cacophonous buzzing of bees. You think it all in your head at first, Nasu, that you are imagining this song. But you look and you see something truly incredible. A cloud of something, a bumbling mass that brings with it a strange and somewhat dissonant sound. But it is dissonant only for you have not seen nor heard anything like it before. Tens of thousands of bees follow just behind you, their wings fluttering so hard and their bodies bumbling as a bee's does. And though you cannot see their faces, you know why it is they are here. And then you see many cows in their fields mooing, not in any odd direction, but with their large and beautiful heads held high like trumpets toward the marching of you all. A bit of tears in their eyes. You see the sheep do the same, their eyes trained on the legions beyond, and they feel no fear. They huddle not in the corner away, but they seek to embolden you all with their presence as well in this melody It is a melody, yes, without the harmony of the ear. For these sounds do not make a song that flows as jazz may. And is a tune without the organization of an orchestra, for life is not of as much order. But it is again the most gorgeous of songs, it is the most gripping of tales. It is a painting brushed upon a canvas not by one artist, but by so many. And lo, all are artists upon this canvas. All are musicians in this grand hall, and all are warriors fit to defend it. And some are heroes that lend a bit more, who bleed to feed that paint which strokes make the plants, who cry to craft the rain which sustains the forest, whose screams fill the wind, and whose bodies the tides of evil crash upon first. And then your eyes adjust, the emotions fettering from you just a bit, and you simply look upon the armies beneath, with caravans pulled by large oxens, carts heaved by hardy horses, and some machinations heaved by humans of great strength. And though you are a bit too far from them to see in detail, you admire the scope and strength of those you will be fighting alongside, no matter their past, no matter their future, for right now you are all the same, bastions of life against the cups overfloweth undead, and the gluttonous villainy from a dragon king's maw. And that is what you see.
Can I be making a map?
Of course.
Yeah.
Very
Cool.
nice.
Yep.
The night of August
Cartographer,
2nd,
baby.
after encircling just a little bit, comes to you, and the wheels of your airship fall from the hole beneath your feet, hearing the sound of large springs activate and the metal softly brushing against metal. Soon after, the wings furl along against the side of them. After a moment of strange silence, you all collide with the ground, those same springs absorbing much of the impact as you hurl against the soil. You see waves of dirt explode from behind you, and the oceans of wheat flattening with the force of your air. You see the many fires as you land, of many a camp being built a few hundred feet from you. But at the moment, you find yourself in a quiet place, shrouded in the darkness of light and lit only by the dim light of the moon. The sounds of conversation and the barking of orders are all secondary at the moment to your own breath and your companions around, to the wind that now lazily billows into the decks of your vessel and the incredibly gentle noise of wheat tickling the bottom of your ship. But you do look out into the field and see many an encampment being built in the night of August 2nd.
I'll come back up to the deck.
Another great landing, Mitos.
Thank you very much. Oh, it is not any less stressful anytime I do it.
I imagine it'll only get more stressful as we get closer.
Yes, I do not want to land amidst enemies. I am a sailor. I am a soldier of linen. I'll do what I can. You can count on me.
I'm quite a knucklehead. I thought we'd be flying the whole time, but I didn't stop to think about, I'm sure the army's not going to be marching
The whole time,
the
yes.
whole time.
Our ship can't fly the whole time either.
They can't.
No, we have to land.
Oh.
Recharge is the elemental thing, yes?
I wasn't listening when
Oh.
we were explaining that part.
That's fun.
Yep. I think I went over the the numbers of how much fuel it will burn and
Mm-hmm.
the recharge rate.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually pretty interesting. It's renewable, but it's not like free.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
I'm glad it's not.
Glad you know that. Yeah.
It's all right.
Glad it's
There are guns aboard, yes, Nasu?
I know how the guns work.
Yes, guns!
I, for one, am grateful it is not an infinite amount of energy. It's nice to land.
We wouldn't want you all to be flying on your lonesome into this golf cruel anyway.
Yeah.
It would be bad.
Of course not. Makes sense. All right. What are we doing?
I don't know.
Do we want one keeping watch on deck?
What time is it?
It's like 8 p.m.
I mean, food?
Yeah, we should eat. We should drink.
I think I will go and... I don't know, maybe talk to Denzoro a bit.
I'm gonna rest first.
Have fun with that.
I'm gonna get up later and watch then.
Alright, well, I'm going into the encampments. I'm the man of the people. And he walks down.
I think we should hear a story, actually. Anita.
Oh, what? Anina?
I said it wrong. Anina?
Anina.
There's no T.
There's no T.
My apologies.
Oh, it's okay.
Dagamaras.
And Humphrey. What? Say what now?
Our friend knows Dagamaras.
Perhaps I leave this conversation. Good day to you. And he walks down
Do
to
you
the
want-
lower decks.
Any help making food?
Huh, me?
Yes. No, not
You want to help me make some food?
I was offering my assistance.
Help me make some batter.
Do you need any help?
Sure.
I'm gonna go deal with that.
Yes, indeed.
If you need help, just let me know.
I will.
After you.
Mistakes.
All right. Yes. What would you like to know?
Oh, where do we begin? Dagamar. So,
When did you meet him?
that's a good question.
I met him in I believe November of last year.
Last year.
Last year. Somewhere in the
Yes,
southern
he
realms?
was he was traveling from Heimdallr. He was very quiet about what he had been doing before that.
You met Dagmar's
Much before that.
much before that.
Months before that?
So he
The year
would
before
have
that?
been with you in Heimdallr.
No.
He was.
What?
He was. He traveled with you across the Scar of Cruel, and then
He left in
you.
Heimdallr.
He left you in Heimdallr.
No,
Because
well, he
Osiris-
died. He died.
Yeah,
You
in
met
Dunborough.
him in Dunborough. We
in
went
Dunborough,
to Tristfall.
and then
we
he
came back.
came back in Tristfall after you guys got back from Creta Law.
Yes.
And then he traveled with you through the hailstorm, through Thel, through the Scar of Cruel,
To
and then
Heimdallr.
in Heimdallr.
Oh, I
he
thought we were
left.
heading north when that happened.
No, we were about to head. We were about to go.
You were about to
north
head
to
into
Betuise,
Gren,
but
and then
then
through the Pass of Arn to Spine to Betuise. You met
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
okay,
he wrote
yeah,
a
that makes
nasty
sense.
letter about how much I disgusted him, and then we left it.
That was right after the bandits with the hail.
No, that was a while after. The Bandits with the Hail were like right outside of Tristfall, weren't they?
Mhm, yeah, they were like a
I'm
day out of
all
Tristfall.
flipped.
No.
I was on the east side. Okay, all right.
Yes, he didn't talk much about what had happened before. At the time, he was disguised as a human.
I chose human.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you've seen his.
Yeah, it was unfortunate the way that we left. My father was not a fan of his true self, and was part of the group that captured him after it was revealed.
How did? Oh, answer my own question. Oh, what do you like about Dagamaras?
He was pretty sweet.
Sorry.
Very he was very determined, and at first I didn't like him very much. He was quite rude.
There we go.
Had a very short temper, but
There we go.
after about a month of him being in Schwenten, he changed quite a bit. I don't know why, but he started being a bit nicer, less rude, less quick, very very sharp-tongued he can be. But he stopped doing that as much. And he started hunting with my father for the Kano Private Reserve in Schwenten. It's a private guard security branch that works somewhat in tandem with the deserted, I guess.
Oh.
My father is not nearly as ethics-driven as Ferocia is, however. That's why they're private. But I had been hearing, without anyone knowing, I had been going to a couple of meetings of a group. I later found out they were with some of these folks, Balanzar and whatnot, and I liked what I saw. I saw a lot of the determination, and I was a bit tired of just being a barkeep. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I had heard what was going on in the rest of the world, and Heimdalos, and I wanted to actually do something, so I got one of my father's shitty swords, and I ran away. But what happened to Dagamaris was, well, one day he just walked toward the forest where he knew the deserted would be patrolling, and he waited for my father to get there, and he revealed himself as Erlendai.
That's it.
Yeah.
And my father was in a fit of rage and tackled him to the ground, and I'm pretty sure that Dagamaris could have thrown him off. I don't know why he allowed himself to be captured, but he did. And then the next day, some high elven soldiers came on their owls rather quickly and picked him up. And then the next day after that, the day before I left, an archmage showed up looking for him as well. I'd never seen an archmage before.
He's very... A lot of people know who he is.
I can see that now. I didn't think I would meet anyone who knew him, and I have heard rumors that Mr. Mirkwood is not a big fan of him. That's what Zed was saying, at least. Zed was making fun of me when I got here.
We'll get to that in a moment. Wow. I wish we saw Dagamaris. You did.
He was... I mean, Dagamaris hasn't always been so prickly. He was kind to me at one point. I remember when I first met him.
Why does that always seem like the exception and not the rule?
He wasn't... I only knew him 3 months, 2 months proper. And in that time, it was very obvious that he had a lot of baggage. So, but he seemed like he was really trying. I could see when he got angry, and a couple times I would catch him looking at a couple other people with a fairly bad look on his face, but when he saw me looking, he shook it off. He knew it was bad, at least.
Well, glad to hear you were good for him.
Yes, definitely. Good for him.
What are you gonna do when we see him next?
I don't know. I liked Dagamaris, and at the very least, he's a good friend of mine. I liked him. Regardless of what you might say, he's a very attractive man. And I don't know. It seemed like his default was lying. Or a lot of times that he would lie about very mundane things. And I don't know how I feel about that. I would like to know him. I don't know what extent that would be.
Yeah, put the girl on the spot.
I assume you pulled her aside because you wanted to prepare her.
I pulled her aside to ensure her
Are
safety.
you friends of Dagamar's?
We've met and watched each other's backs for a time. He saved my life.
I don't. That doesn't surprise me. It also doesn't surprise me your reaction to him.
Let that be the thing they figure out.
I feel that's quite abnormally cruel, Balanzar.
Cruel? Well, I think it's cruel to assume that it's going to be negative. We don't know their relationship. We don't know what he feels about her.
I'm not talking about that.
What are you talking about?
He's talking about whether or not he dies. You're not very slick.
Well, he's alive now.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, do you want me to leave?
I'm confused. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna let him. Whether we win or lose the war.
Oh,
Well, if we lose,
well, then everyone dies, and I don't think that I'll mind all that much.
Exactly.
Whether we win the war, this battle, whatever. Titus kills Dagmar's.
Oh. Well,
I assume that's what you meant when you said Zed was teasing you.
no, I had never heard that before. I didn't realize it was that bad. Do you know what he did? No, I don't. I don't want to know. So, can I go?
You're free to, yes, free to do anything you
I
like.
think I'll just turn in early for the night. I had a large breakfast. And she walks down.
Sorry, wasn't I supposed to say that?
Probably not. Probably not.
And
Why
Mitos
else
is
did you-
just okay.
It's good that she knows, I suppose.
Why else would you pull her aside?
I wanted to ensure that she lived for Dagamar's sake.
So you can see her one last time before you.
Or 2 last times, or 3 last times. I didn't think that far ahead.
Osiris, not thinking.
That far ahead. I always think.
I'm
I
going
just
to
thought
bed.
it'd be beneficial.
I'm going to bed.
All right.
Okay, so Nasu just walks down. What Humphrey is
I'm in the
some
kitchen.
potatoes on the counter.
You're
You
the
want to make out again?
We should make dinner for everybody.
So get to making some babies, maybe.
What?
What? No, well, maybe not literally, but you know.
I'm really sorry. So when you're drunk.
No. Just stop.
Yeah.
Give me one more chance. I know that it was a bit sloppy last time, but this time these lips are primed, ready to go.
I'm not saying never.
Gunpowder
I'm
is
just saying
loaded.
we should actually make dinner.
They
for
can eat
lunch.
bread. They have rations. They've tried rations. I know they do. I don't feel like cooking 2 nights in a row. But we can make something like whipped cream, maybe.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
This is a lot. You're coming on a bit strong. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is a bit strong. Maybe later? If you help me make dinner.
So there's a chance.
Yeah.
What should we make then?
You have potatoes. What else do we
We'll
have?
just make a casserole.
Sure.
It's easy.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
All right. I'll cut the potatoes. And then at this point, Nasu comes down. Nasu. All right, be on your way then.
I saw Unina come by. Is she okay? Anina, sorry.
No. Good night.
Good. And any friend of Dagamaris's, cry.
I knew her.
What? Oh.
Oh, no, I didn't. Just kidding. Just kidding. Wait, might have? No. We came from the same city. I knew her dad. A little bit.
She seems lovely.
Are you okay?
Yes,
You seem really...
I really want to stop talking and make the potatoes.
Okay. Sure.
All right. He begins to cut the potatoes.
Okay, jeez. Man, I don't know what I'm working with here. God.
What is Osiris doing?
I'll probably just chat it up with Mitos.
Okay, you just running the stuff with Mitos.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't want to bother Humphrey. Maybe I do.
Okay. So you're walking down into the kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to listen first and make sure they're not making out.
You hear the sound of cutting potatoes.
All right.
Aren't you a bard? Can't you, like, hum?
Oh, Siren! There you are. Hello.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
How are you doing?
I'm all right. Do you need
You like casseroles?
casseroles? Are lovely.
Yes, join the kitchen.
All right.
Yes.
Are you actually gonna let me help cook?
Yeah, it's a casserole. What can you do wrong? You just put shit in a dish and then you put it in the oven. You just need to cut stuff up.
With a knife. It's like a sword, right?
Have you never cooked anything before?
Precisely, like a sword. Like a sword, it is sharp and pointy.
Here, here's some slices of potato. Can you lay them out in a very nice pattern in this pan?
Sure. Do you know like approximately what surface area they need?
Oh my goodness, no! Just slap them in the pan.
Do you have a
Sorry. Just
tape
slap them in the
measure?
pan. No, none of that.
I can
Actually,
make some.
both of you, get out.
Wait, what?
Get out of my kitchen. No. You know, tape
I
measurers.
thought you
Tape
said...
measures in
I
the kitchen?
thought You said you didn't want to cook 2 nights in a row.
What kind of calculations have you done as far as like stacking the potatoes?
You know what? I take it back.
Take what back?
There are some dishes.
Oh! I've calculated the heat, and it is wet.
Okay.
Wet times 10. 100% wet.
It's weird because I feel like I'm being demoted. Am I
You're
being
not.
demoted?
The dishwasher is very important, very overlooked.
You can't make anything new unless the dishes are done.
Exactly. Rebuilding. Like you're rebuilding your family. You're stacking the plates like you're rebuilding your family's
I
house.
think we're going a bit far this
Let's get that
time.
imagery in my head.
Yeah, that's not. I don't think we're going that far.
Sure. Yeah,
Here,
so I can
here's
help out.
some knives.
And okay. Yes.
All right, let's cook. Okay, and you guys cook for
What is up his ass?
an hour.
Oh my god.
An hour, and the casserole flies in. Good.
Yeah, looks great. Thank you for your help.
No need for you, or any of you, to be here anymore.
Oh, I'd like to eat it.
No, it has to cook, Simon.
Oh, I thought you said it was done.
No, I just threw it in. It will be cooking for another 45 minutes
Okay.
Okay.
in the fire.
All the dishes are clean.
I see that. Beautiful.
I guess we'll leave you alone.
You don't need to go.
I thought you were telling both of us to go.
That's
We
if
have
you-
a conversation to finish.
Oh, yeah, no.
We'll come serve the food when.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We can do it. I
Bye.
have to. Bye.
Why?
I have to ask. Okay, so I mean, how old are you?
I'm 23 years old.
Okay. You seem really intense about this.
Osiren? Nasu? I'm a virgin.
3 years later, it all comes out. Oh,
Are you disgusted by me?
I'm not disgusted by you. That's not disgusting. There's nothing disgusting about that.
Are you a virgin?
No.
Oh my god. A paladin and a Bahamut is less of a virgin than me.
There's no stipulations about having sex for being a paladin. There's no rules about whether or not you're allowed to.
No, I know, but...
Oh, you're just demeaning Bahamut again.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. You can demean me if you want. I mean, if you want to. I just don't have anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes it's nice.
How would you know?
Well, I've sort of the distance.
Okay.
Second base.
Okay.
I've touched a couple of boobies.
That's it?
Well, and a little bit of the hand.
Over or under clothing?
Underclothing?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna take your virginity.
Is it because of the eyebrows?
No, it's not because of anything like that. You seem very intense about it, and I don't know
I
you
have
very
airs
much.
to put up, you know?
I get that.
I have a facade.
I see.
must maintain.
Trust me. I see that. I do see it. I just mean that. I mean, your first. God, this feels so weird. Your first time is supposed to be something that's special, with somebody that you like and somebody
That's
who
fine.
likes you.
I don't want to. And I'm not trying to be strange or manipulative or anything, but I might die here in Cruel. Not any pressure. I'm just saying that maybe that's why I'm going at it a bit intensely.
Okay.
You don't need to if you don't want to. I'm
just trying to feel
maybe-
out the situation here because I mean, like, you're not an unattractive man, and you're funny, and I just
Really?
it's just it's a very intense thing to take someone's virginity.
Well, I think I'd be pretty good at it.
I'm sure.
I don't think it'd be like I was. I'm a grown man.
I know you're a grown
And
man.
I can swing a sword.
Yes.
They're the same thing. Thrust,
Yeah.
thrust, swish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe. You don't need to do anything.
I just don't want to do it out of pity. Like,
No.
that's not what I.
Well, I never out of pity.
No, of course
I
not.
want
out
to
of
earn
pity.
it.
Oh, okay. If you want to
Earn
it, I'm
it?
just saying that right now.
I will
don't-
defend you valiantly in battle, and then possibly while they're still fighting, we go down below decks, we rub one out, and then we come back up.
God, that sounds. Even the language you use around it, even though you've never done it, is so callous. It's so off-putting. quite
You said that
frankly.
I was too intense.
I'm saying.
I don't want to say make love.
But you haven't done it yet, and you're saying rub one out in the middle of battle. You know, like there's a certain amount of pageantry that's involved.
Fine, I will study up.
I don't need.
But if you,
to
I will
study.
have you know that I believe every man on this ship is a virgin. I know for a fact that Osiren is.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and Nasu? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I've only met one non-virgin person that these people know. And he's in Undead Land right now.
Oh.
His name was Eupheme, and he had a way. I almost asked him for advice, but, and then I got a bit nervous. But it's okay. I'm fine. I will do some research in the ways of wooing.
Okay.
I will, maybe, is there a chance?
Yeah. It's just,
Alright.
maybe we could just talk about regular things, and I don't know, not.
I'm pretty fucked up.
Okay. I think everybody here is.
The regular things I would talk about are pretty bad. I've been basically just devoting my entire personality to this group for a long time, where I haven't talked about anything but that. Everything else on my mind is bad. I've got baggage. I've got big baggage.
Yeah.
I'm Humphrey Regalius, though.
Do you want to talk about it? We can talk about it. Because
What?
devoting your entire personality to
You want to talk?
making sex jokes.
You want to
about-
talk about it?
If you want to talk about it, I am willing to listen if you want to talk about it.
Spy.
I'm not a spy.
Spy.
Sorry,
Dagamaris.
I don't mean to lie. I have no idea who Dagamaris is. Who is Dagamaris?
Persuasion.
Persuasion check? Good thing I have a +7. I'm a paladin Bahamut. Yikes. 11.
Okay, yeah, his passive insight is big enough.
I don't know who Dagamaris is. You don't have to. If you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to talk about it. I'm not trying
Why
to.
would you? No one wants to talk to me.
That kind of makes me want to talk to you, in all honesty.
I don't have any money.
I'm not trying to get your money. I have no need for your money. We're literally going into cruel right now. There's nothing.
You don't
I
want
would
my
be
money?
No, I don't want your money.
What do I do? What? What do you want to get to know about me? What?
Well, you said nobody wants to talk to you, and you put on an entire personality exclusively for this group. That's kind of that. I mean,
Oh, no.
it's not. It's not like pitiable sad, but it's sad. And if you want to talk about something, you want to have somebody to talk to.
I don't know what to talk about.
Okay. Oh God. Oh my God. Are you okay?
Do
Do you want a hug? Do you want a hug?
No. I don't know what would happen to my mind if I felt the affection of another person right now.
Oh, okay.
Last time I felt this intense emotion and realization, I nearly killed Nasu, so I'm going to get some fresh air. Can you make sure that the casserole does not burn, please?
Yeah.
I probably won't eat. I think I'll sleep in the fields tonight. Not
Okay.
because you didn't do anything. I just realized that well, I'm quite a bit sad. Yes.
Okay. I'll leave some casserole on the plate for you if you come back.
Are you still attracted to me?
Yeah. Nothing you did changes that necessarily.
Cried in front of you.
Yeah. I'd say it's better.
I'm not weak. I'm more of a swordsman than anyone here.
Yeah, I'm not doubting your.
I could kill Dagamaris.
I'm sure. I don't know Dagamaris, but I believe you. I guess I know you better than I know Dagamaris. You didn't. It's better
Alright.
than talking about rubbing one out. That's what I'm gonna say.
Well, I have some thinking to do, and my
Okay.
mind is walking up right now.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what to do, and I'm freaking out like a rabid animal that needs to bite his leg off. So
Do you want some
What?
water?
there are streams out there.
That's,
And he turns and he walks away.
Do I see him go?
Yeah, he sort of like walks out onto the deck.
stiff
The siren.
I just
walks
imagine him like
down.
stiff-legged, like
Yeah. And he walks off the ship.
Apparently they were having a conversation. I hope it went well.
Oh, is it true?
Yeah, well, I mean, he seemed alright.
At least he's not hitting on me anymore.
Yeah.
No, hopefully that continues. Well, everything is put away here, so I hear that Humphrey is making food, so I will go wait in the kitchen.
Sounds good. Well, probably. I don't want to be alone right now.
Yes, well, you can follow me. I have no qualms with that. And they walk down. You guys doing anything else for the night? Okay.
Why don't you guys talk to Humphrey?
Nasu's down
Humphrey
on the
talks.
deck.
He's down. They're down in the kitchen with me though.
Yes.
Mitos
and yes.
yeah,
Humphrey talks.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He says a bunch of nonsense sex jokes all the time.
Mm-hmm. We have conversations.
Okay,
We talk about things.
okay.
What? Why?
Nothing. He's just it seems like he's got a lot going on.
Definitely, yes.
Okay. You're aware of that, though.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
You didn't
Okay.
call for help.
What?
You didn't ask for any help. So I assume you're all right. You're all right.
I'm fine. There's nothing he can do. There's nothing he can do to me that would make me call for help. Really, truly.
Okay.
But yeah, okay.
He almost killed Nasu.
Nasu has guns and Humphrey has a sword, so I'm assuming it was a range thing.
Could be, but whether or not... I'm not trying to insult you and saying you can't handle yourself, but if someone on the ship attacks someone else on the ship...
Oh, sure. I mean,
You should
yeah,
call
I'd be
for
like,
help.
hey, like there's, but I mean, I would probably be able to sit on him and he'd be fine.
Good.
Yeah.
As long as we have that understanding.
Yeah, I'm not gonna just duel it out without talking calm. Yeah. Sorry.
Humphrey's a good guy.
Yeah, he seems very nice.
He's seen some pretty bad things.
Okay.
I'm not even saying that like I know exactly what they are, but I know where he was.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Voss,
So you guys eat your casserole for the night.
I want to leave a plate out.
Okay.
For Humphrey.
You guys going to bed then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I want to like kind of deconstruct it and like write notes.
The casserole?
Mm-hmm.
God damn. What a fucking dweeb this man is.
I'll put little corrections.
All right. So,
That was a salt.
Salt.
sodium chloride.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. That's what those flavor enhancers are. So, August 3rd comes. Your night's rest was fair. Only a few instances of loud noises to keep you up at night, all stemming from a few rather drunken folks in the army. But you awake to find the sun shining above and many of the encampments nearly packed already. Are you doing anything throughout this day?
I'll start in the crow's nest again.
Okay.
Still mapping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I want to like train with an Ina.
Okay, make a... I'll say you're a trained enough paladin, so make a dexterity check, but add your proficiency modifier.
I don't have very good. Oh, I have okay dex. Oh, very nice. Hold on. Dexterity check
Plus proficiency.
plus proficiency. That's a 21, baby.
Okay, yeah, so you are training her on the main deck, while Mitos and Osiren are in the
helm.
in the helm. Okay, so
Is that a Taxino still here?
yeah,
Where is he?
He's talking with Humphrey.
Oh,
They sort of saw him
Humphrey
at the front of the ship.
at the helm.
Yeah, both of them.
Okay.
What's the other one? Stern?
Yes,
Nice.
the turn is the back. So, August 3rd.
Port is left. Starboard is right.
Yes,
You can remember that because starboard is a much cooler name.
port is also
Port is
four
four
letters,
letters,
and
whereas
left is
left is
4
the
letters.
Okay, that's better.
Yes.
I said that in the middle of saying that. I was like, Lamech is left-handed.
Yeah.
Fucked up, dude. Fucking bigotry at the table.
No, I'm like, I'm right-handed, and starboard is a cooler name, so that's all I remember.
Unbelievable.
Starboard is so much cooler than port.
Prejudice against left-handed people.
And that's not prejudice.
My stepfather is left-handed. I can't believe this.
Boat lore.
I'll show
when
myself out.
They were choosing what to
You
call.
told me. You
porter.
told me. Yeah.
Oh
'cause
yeah.
They were
I
coming in
wanna-
with
When
they
stars
come in-
coming in. Yeah.
Yeah.
In port. They came into the port left
They,
side.
yeah, ships all had to go around one way so they didn't crash.
Oh.
So they would all make them come in where the right side is facing the sea starboard, and the left side came in on port.
Port.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very cool stuff. So the night of August 3rd comes to you. You land your craft once more, again, upon the King's Road, and you all take in the summer night air made crisper by the trees and the mountains yonder. Again, you see many flames ignite, many campsites, and a lot of people, again, around 4,000 people spreading all out. Encampments,
Does everybody
fires.
have enough
You
food?
see a lot of banners and sigils and family crests of many people separating each other.
Does everybody have enough food? Oh, hold on. Create food and water makes pretty bland food, doesn't it?
Yes.
That sucks. I can't do like
Well,
a smaller amount of food and make it tasty.
nope.
That sucks.
You can use it to supplement the food that we have, though, like
Yes.
mixing it in or whatever.
Yes.
No, sure. I just thought it would be fun to
You
like.
can make like porridge.
I just meant it would be fun to like have a big like, woo, everybody eat some food.
You can do that, but it's pretty bad.
it's shit
and
food.
Nasu would hate it.
Yeah, but that'll just make
Because Clink did a lot of that.
that'll just make
in the
Bahamut
shards.
look worse. So I'm not gonna
Absolutely
do
it would.
Yeah.
Justice is bland.
Nice.
that. So I guess I'll just keep that.
I do, as a contingency, just want to ensure I say that when I wake up, since I'm not eating before I go to bed, I eat whatever leftovers there are. So.
Yeah, I'd assume, yeah. And you guys don't need to keep track of rations when you're on the ship. You guys got enough.
Very nice.
Well, I'm heading back into the encampments. You can join me if you wish. You know that you are heroes in the eyes of many of these people, right? Your names are known. I believe your group is you two, and the lion, at least, is being known as the Greasy Wheel.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
Better than no name, I guess.
That is fair.
I think it's because you look greasy, and he makes wheels. Also, I don't know where the Leonin fits in, or you.
No.
The Leonin? Or do you
The-
see any
You know,
other ones?
No, the greasy wheel. Greasy wheel,
Oh, yes, I guess, yes.
the Leonin.
Yeah, maybe. The Leonin, true, actually, yes. Maybe that is it. Maybe I'm behind on it. Your face would make
Is a
good
name
appearance.
earned better than a name?
I don't know. It's a pretty shit name. We're the Merkwood Lieutenants. You're the Greasy Wheel. I don't know. But I always knew I was cooler than you, Nasu. Again, you did get some good hits on me, but I'd fuck you up right now.
Good thing we're shooting the same way. Right now.
Yeah, that's true. One of these days, I do want to duel you, though. I hold a bit of ill will. I keep grudges. I'm planning on absolutely strangling, battering, and beating the shit out of Leo Red if I ever find myself in Titus Mirkwood. I'm finding him, and I'm kicking the shit out of him again.
Again.
Well, yes, because you kicked the shit out of him once.
Yeah, he died.
Yes, and his part of his soul is in Titus Mirkwood,
Okay. I understand.
which is,
Sorry. Yeah, right.
again,
Okay. Yes.
let's have some condolences for Titus, shall we?
Yes.
Leo Red is in him.
A monster.
Ouch.
Yes, he was human. Can you believe that? Ugh. Anyway. So, when I find my way in there, I'll beat the shit out of him. I hold grudges. But I'm going down into the encampments. You may follow me if you wish. Show your faces. Raise the morale, all that. Okay.
Sure.
You don't need to go to every encampment. God knows there's a lot of people down there. Titus knows how to bring them in.
Alright.
I've been very good with people.
I can see that.
I can do the talking.
Desmond is good with talking.
You have to be when everybody already hates
I'll
you.
I don't know. Nasu seems like he'd have a certain charm to him.
Yeah, southern charm. you might
Like,
say.
The people's champion?
like a... Yeah, it's like a Relachium spice. You're a bit strange, but
Well, I was thinking more of like
tangy,
a.
you know,
I
maybe.
was thinking more like a birthday jester.
You'd be a shit jester.
That's okay. Never mind.
Can you balance on your tail?
Oh, that's an excellent question.
Could you like just like a kangaroo?
You saw him do that.
I have seen him do that.
Yeah, in the tavern at Betuisa.
That's right.
Yeah,
The second
I
time,
did
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Oh, when you were dancing?
Yeah.
and I'll just go like I'll do it and I'll like cross my arms and legs like a genie.
God damn.
That's pretty.
That's
cool.
pretty
That
cool.
must be a thick tail.
It's pretty strong.
It's
It's
gotta
like
be
this
a-
thick at the it's like this thick at the base.
At the base.
Damn.
I wonder
It's
if
taking
I
up
can-
most of your ass.
It's right above his ass. Wow.
Still taking out most of his ass.
I don't know. Sort of gross.
I think it's cool.
All right.
I gotta work with what I got.
I'm going to go
Okay.
without you.
All right.
I don't want to be associated too much with the greasy wheel. I have a reputation. These people fear me. A little bit, at least.
Measured, as always.
Especially
They
the
don't.
Monsters.
So they don't fear us.
No, why would they? I went around and I made sure everyone knew. Yes? Who was around? Yes, I never went to Trullo. We never needed to go to Trullo for some reason. But I did go to Dunborough. I did go to... No, Dunborough is fucking gone. I went to Schwenten, Waldeboro, Vetterbrook. If they were paladins of Bahamut, clerics of Bahamut, I said, stop it. That's not the god you want. Balanzar is the god you want.
Yeah, that went over very well. I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are there 4,000 followers of Bahamut behind me? Oh, wait. There are none.
I'm saying if you went to speak to the clerics, why are you giving me the crazy eye right now, Zed?
Oh, I thought you were saying something else. Bahamut sucks. And he walks off the ship.
Who's Leo Red?
A monster
Okay.
thing we killed in Tilia.
Good enough for me?
That's kind of all I know about it, actually.
What are you guys doing?
I want to go down to talk to Durs real quick.
Durs is up there with you.
No, Durs is up here.
Yep.
Okay, great.
What's going on there?
Everything tip top?
Yeah, it's been pretty smooth sailing. Gotta hand it to Mitos here. Thank you. Yeah. I've just been training Skylar on those cannons. That's about it.
How's she doing?
She's doing great. She's a natural. Yeah, she's good. She's good. I mean, it's a fucking cannon. Nasu, you put the cannonball in, you pull the string, and it fucking goes boom. Come on now. Haven't been able to practice it because it feel like it's a waste of cannonballs. And y'all don't got many. I counted 20 in those barrels, yo, so...
Okay. We'll be, we're resourceful with them. Soon enough, talk to Osiris and we'll get everybody together to come with a game plan. You know, should we...
Run into trouble.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, let me know what that's all about. And Skylar's not going to see all that. She's not going to be in the front lines. Let me trust you on that. She's going to be find the cannons below decks.
Yeah, that's... I tried to talk to her. I don't know if I really got through. But
Well, why the fuck would you get through, Nasu? She is not very happy with you right now.
yeah,
She had like a big crush on you and stuff. Come on now. You knew that.
Durs! No, I didn't!
You're gonna have to
you know I
reconcile.
don't know how to deal with that.
Well, that much is so obvious, Nasu. But still, you gotta understand that not everyone is as closed off and weird with people as you are.
I tried to apologize.
Really? Because I heard what you said. Don't do it.
Sorry, I'm not so good at it.
Yeah, well, you know, you got away with the barrel. You ain't got away with your mouth. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry.
No arguments.
But at least you got friends. And it waves at Osiris.
Yes. Very good to have.
I'm just looking over my potato notes.
He's a weirdo, though. I think that's notes on a casserole.
You know, it was that fervor that got us the ship. So I don't complain.
I'm not complaining. This thing
That's
smooth sailing, and if it wasn't, then I think you wouldn't have gotten here. So
Yeah.
but yeah. Anyway,
Them Varstov fledglings ain't giving you trouble.
but we don't got any of them on board yet. Thank God.
I'll talk to Zed.
Well, yeah, from what I gathered, we were getting them when we got the artillery.
That makes sense. Okay, right.
Yeah, I'm not too fond of that being the case, but, you know, we'll just have to see how that works out. I wouldn't think they would send any of the big uns, like Blast or
Yeah,
Alex Strovo or...
probably because they know that we're gonna put them in front.
Well, also, I don't think that they're going to be in any front ever. I think that Alex Strovo and the rest of them fucking rotten lot are just going to be sitting in the back lines making the excuse that they made the weapons and shit.
I know it will.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head into the Camus.
All right, I'll stay here. I'm going to be oiling my guns and stuff. You want me to oil yours?
Sure.
right,
Yeah. Why not? Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Anyway, it doesn't. You don't really need to measure it that much. You know, like part of the fun of cooking is just kind of throwing shit in there, seeing how it turns out.
That doesn't seem fun.
Well, I
Well,
can't
I'm
really
all
say
for
anything to that.
experimentation, but you should write down what you're doing so that you can repeat it. Right?
You ever heard of vibes, Osiris?
Yes.
You should cook on vibes.
I've never seen you cook a thing in your life. No, sir.
Except your enemies.
Well, there is a formula to it. Like, there are, like, basic ingredients that if you pair them together, they're gonna go well, you know? It's like you put garlic in anything that's not sweet, it's probably gonna taste good, you know? So it's like, you have a set of rules. Olive oil, yeah.
Olive oil? Okay.
But then at a certain point, it's fun to just kind of, like...
Throw shit in.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'm an inventor.
Yeah.
I can experiment. Yeah. I can do
You know what?
things.
If you haven't cooked much, then I shouldn't be giving you this advice now, because of course you need to learn the rules first before you can understand where you can get flexible.
I'm a fast learner.
Sure.
Are we going down?
I'm going down.
Yeah, I'm going down too. I'm
Okay.
just waiting for y'all.
I'll be right behind you. I have something I have to do first.
Okay.
Okay, so you two are heading
Sure
down?
enough.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's where we're going to take a break for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then we'll be right back as they go down into the encampments and talk to some folks. We'll see you then.
Oh, siren on the street.
Welcome back. So, you two, you step off your ship and onto the King's Road, a road you've traveled on before. Though this time it appears far colder than before, and not a single traveler treads on its soil. You wonder if you are the only souls whose feet touch it right now, if none dare to walk the path you now walk. But you've had enough of existential thought as of late, and so you simply walk into the wheat toward the firelight and the sound of slightly morbid merriment. And as you two are doing that, what are you doing, Osiren?
I just want to cast Identify on the two little things I grabbed.
Sure. So,
Seclusion.
as you sit with the fruit, it's warm, like a hearth. As you sit with it,
Gross.
it feels really strange, but yeah. So, as you cast Identify, you would know that this fruit is not malignant, nor is it malevolent in any way. It will grant you the boon of Balanzar upon being eaten,
Eat the flesh for it.
of which there is only one use. It grants you immunity to all necrotic spells, damage, and effects. You are immune to all diseases and poisons, and you have advantage on all Constitution saving throws. You have true sight out to a range of 60 feet, and you may, as an action, restore half of your maximum HP once.
How long does it last?
1 minute.
Why didn't we pick up 12 of them, boys?
You would know that there is only one fruit for each enriched soul.
Why did we not pick up some more of them, boys?
Because everybody was like touching.
It is the
fruit.
fruit.
That's funny.
Foolish.
That's all.
It is named the fruit of the Titan. and it cannot be garnered again until another fruit of the Titan is found. If it makes you feel any better, only one of you could have ever used it.
Oh, okay.
But Osiren, you are the only person that could eat that fruit right now.
Okay.
Damn.
That is what the fruit of the Titan does.
That is helpful. Helpful.
Immunity for 10 turns.
Fuck necromancy.
Go right up to a lich and just pants it.
Just have him finger of death like 3 times and then just slap him in the face.
Yes, it does make you immune to Finger of Death
Yo.
for that minute. The sap is a weapon. It is the blood sap cudgel of Heimdallr. A club of sap from the Titan Roa trees of Heimdallr mixed with the blood of the fallen humans that once lived upon the land. It's formed a club-like shape, though it is most likely entirely unintended. The power of many rests within it. At least their essence does. Use it with respect. You heal 1d4 every time you successfully hit with a melee weapon attack. But you sense more potential than meets the eye. That cannot be detected with Identify.
Interesting. And is it considered a magical weapon?
It is, and it is in D&D Beyond.
Damn.
It is the blood sap cudgel.
How
of
many
Heimdallr.
cool weapons can Osiren carry at once?
I'm gonna give some to you
So
guys.
wait, sorry. The sap
that
itself is a
wasn't a
club?
burn. I
Yes,
was thinking
it's
of
a
him
large
walking
club
around
about this
with
big.
like a sensor
gets
flail sticking out of his
larger
backpack
as it
and like
goes
this big
in.
bloody
That's like a knob.
drippy thing. And, like... Damn,
Golly.
that's fucking cool.
There it is. It does 1d4 damage?
No, it does
Healing.
1d6 damage, 1d4 healing every time you hit with it.
Okay.
Sweet.
That's dope.
That's pretty sweet.
Extra attack.
Dual wield?
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom, 2d4. That's a healing potion.
That's
That is a fucking healing potion.
Saucy. Crazy.
Damn. Alright, cool.
That is unironically one of the most powerful weapons in the campaign.
Yeah. I believe
Healing
that.
is insane.
There's more to be revealed as well, so that's probably pretty
There's more to be revealed.
nutty.
Use it with respect.
The
is it a
Unsanctioned Bastion
strength
is pretty good. You
based?
might want to kill a zombie with one of that. Maybe you fucking attuned to it, brother.
Wait, you said I was already tuned.
No, for the Battle
For the Battle
Royale.
Royale.
VR, yeah.
You have
That
killed
wasn't
nothing
canon?
evil, man.
That wasn't canon, says Nasu, who pulled cards from Ivar's deck.
Indeed you did. All right.
Yeah, in here it says 1d4
Damage.
damage, yeah, just so you know.
Yeah, it is 1d6 damage.
And is it a strength-based weapon?
Hot
It is indeed.
damn.
It is a strength-based weapon.
Well,
Tick, you took it in. All right. And then are you following them too then?
yeah, wait up, guys!
All right, then. Run down. Okay, so you walk toward the encampments, slowly finding yourself drenched more and more within the light of the many fires spread out in the fields. The southern range of Astrid lays silhouetted to the north, lit very dimly by the moon and acting as a bowl's rim might for the southern realms. To your left, you see very sparse trees. Tall and light oak they are, with leaves of many colors, the light of the sky spilling off their fibers. You push past the last remaining barrier of wheat, and you look out upon the warband. The encampments sprawl for nearly a mile to the north. Many banners, crests, and sigils flowing between them all, upon stakes, tall sticks, and draped over their caravans. You see those thousands of people you saw marching. Those faces you saw warped with fear now draped in firelight, their expressions far calmer as the heat of the flames tempers their fear. The dancing shadows of wheat and the many shades of those walking about create the illusion of far more movement than there is. And as you walk through, you see a show of the light everywhere you go. And you see nearly all faces you've never seen, laughing or solemnly speaking to one another surrounding the many campfires set ablaze. You begin to look at the many banners of the encampments, the sigils and crests separating the campsites of the army, many of them wishing to stay together it would appear. But you see many sigils of many different homes and towns. What are you guys doing?
It's hard to start conversations amidst all this, isn't it?
I just kind of want to walk through until, like, I don't know, somebody calls us.
Make a
out,
perception
flags
check if
us
you want to
down.
if you want to see some things.
Vibe checks.
Yeah.
If you want to see what sigils there are as well, you can do so if you would like.
I would like to do that.
Yeah,
Nice.
stuff from Gren, I guess.
Okay, so you're looking at the banners.
Was it Gren? Is that where I care about? No, that's not where I care about.
Schwenten, Gretio.
No, Gretio.
Okay.
I rolled a 12.
It's a 7.
10.
Okay.
17.
17, 12.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you walk through, and the first you see, both of you see actually, you don't recognize, but you do. And it takes you a bit. It is a banner with a portrait shot of an old man holding a lantern to his face, gently bathing in the candle's light. You vaguely remember it, because you were the only one in this group that was there.
From Kretala.
No, this is the family sigil of the Gurntholz family, the ship that was carrying the Shard of Chromis.
Oh.
Oh, the ruined ship.
Yes, the one that Glorbax was
Oh, yeah, the one Glorbax was on.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the first family sigil that you see. The second you see is a banner rimmed with a green vine design, thorns sprouting from the tendrils, and in the center of the chest, a bleeding heart drips down, steaming blood down to the bottom of the banner. This is the deserted of of Schwenten. The deserted of Schwenten.
Chakra. Sorry.
Yeah.
I love him.
Okay. And then the third you see is a banner of a deep wine red with a white stone sword with its hilt wrapped in bark stitched into the fabric upon multiple caravans of charred iron and wood. They appear almost as a fortress carried by large oxen. These are the sigils and colors of Cret de La. The fourth
They're
you
gonna
see...
recognize you.
The fourth you see is a banner upon a tall, bleeding wood pike. Upon the cloth is a sword stuck into a stump of sorts, the blade being consumed by a sapling curling around its blade, the pommel a shining star glowing teal. The cloth is black and trimmed with gold vines. You both know this as the Adamosian Fighters Guild for Natural Order. It was once based in Tristfall and was guarding the path of Varn-Tux-Spine and Astrid.
Okay.
The fifth you see is a dark brown rimmed with slightly lighter brown. At the center is a large salmon careening out from a rushing river that flows down to the end of a tattered banner of thick cloth. You've seen these banners draped over the backs of horses that appear to carry shabby carts of goods. These are the banners of Dunbarrow. And the sixth you see is a crest not upon a banner, but upon diamond shields that hang, not diamond in material, but diamond shape, that hang from stone pillars shoved into the ground. You see embossed within the steel 2 mountains of milky gray stone with white caps surrounded by clouds at the center of the mountains. And at the center you see is a town off of these mountains that shines brightly to the right of a large waterfall. This is the crest of Pools. The seventh you see is a banner hung from a forked stake. It is made from very rough linen, and the sigil is made to be very simple, yet it brings with it a nostalgic feeling of childhood stories. It depicts an old woman upon a rather simple boat, sails furled and the water still. She wears a red cap and the moon shines brightly above her, the sigil of Waldoboro.
That's a nice one.
The eighth you see proudly waves in the wind upon stakes of thick wood and draped upon carts of lavish make and sturdy design. The banner is one of a creamy gold background lined in tattered frill of crimson. The crest itself is of 2 rats standing triumphantly upon the severed head of a lion. Each rat spattered with blood, and a river of the same blood flows down to a spiked end of the banner, each tip of it capped with steel. This is the Varstov family crest.
Interesting.
Rat on a lion.
The 9th you see is a lovely and thin banner of silk draped lovingly across a few palomino horses that carry carts of rough birch. Upon it rests a sigil depicting a single apple tree with 2 roots that stretch deep into the ground. The tree is depicted in such a way you'd think it was drawn upon the banner with colored pencil, with a sky of blue and clouds of white done in watercolor. These are the banners of Vetterbrook.
Nice.
The 10th and final banner you see, that you know of, is a circular banner of thick cloth draped over modest carriages of steel and wood. They depict a coastline within the circle. The coast filled to the brim with fall-colored trees, and the rest of the circle only the ocean with a small boat filled with no one inside to see. This is the sigil of Port Trelio. But those are the banners you see.
I wish we could have gone to some of those other southern cities.
We'll have to be there to build it.
Do we want to split up? Do we want to stay together?
Is Osiris with us now?
Yeah, Siren's been there.
I'd
I'd
like
love to go
not
speak to the deserted, but that's just me.
the Kretala one. I have some unsavory memories there.
You want to avoid that one?
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
do that.
I don't have any strong feelings about any of them.
Cool.
We never got to visit Schwenten.
I'm from there.
I hear there's a very nice school there.
The university.
It's on my bucket list.
Yeah. I mean, the books that are available, I'm sure you'd be able to find something interesting, but most of the good stuff has either been taken or is on the other side of the barrier. It was split
Right,
between
that's
them.
right.
Yeah.
There's always something good to find, though,
Oh, I'm sure.
even if it's not exactly what you're looking for.
I grew up on the temple was within the boundaries of the university, correct? The Church of
Yeah.
Bahamut, yeah.
Mhm.
I grew up on the grounds of the university, actually.
So you would have connections. You could get a friend, maybe places that normal people can't go?
No.
Oh,
There's no place to get to that normal people can't go.
everybody's allowed to see everything on this side.
Correct? On that side? There's no restricted section in that university's library? I'm trying
That
to
you
remember.
know of.
That I know of.
You never went to the library.
Yeah,
right?
I was not a studious person. I mean, I don't really know.
Okay,
But maybe.
sure. Let's go check it out.
I just want to see how my
You guys want to go to the Schwenten one?
moms
Yeah.
are doing.
Okay.
That's
So,
the deserted one, right? This-
Yeah.
So, the banners of the deserted rest atop many spikes plunged into the ground and cover some of the largest area of any. You see at least 1,000 people wearing the colors and crest of the deserted upon studded mushroom leather, forest green thick linens, and chainmail armor. Many are half-elven, but you also see a few dwarves, halflings, and humans wearing the colors as well. You also see some folks you have never seen before. You see a few Tortolan folks. A few half-Orcan people. However, one group catches your eye in particular. Surrounding a fire, you see a massive being, no less than 10 feet in height, with a chalky white trunk and tusks large enough to skewer a wild boar each. Their ears are huge and a bit torn at the edges. They are Loxodonian. Their skin is ashy gray and white splotched, and their eyes are filled with immense kindness. They wear thick and coarse robes of hemp, and hanging from their neck are emblems and small trinkets upon hempen strings. But these emblems are made from a gorgeous stone you've never seen before. a stone that resembles a tide pool filled with the light of the sun reflected upon white sands and gold underneath. Next to her are 2 other creatures that are quite uncommon as well. 2 dragonborn.
Oh.
Both of black scales and bloody red eyes. Their snouts are long and skinny, with a few snaggle tooths hanging out of it, much like a crocodile's might.
Nice.
Atop their heads are many horns that are a bit more dangerous than that of Dur's, far longer and spikier. Their scales are shaped almost like heater shields, and there are many that glimmer in the light, attracting it as if their bodies magnetized the flames to their skin. They are very tall, though are far less sturdy looking than Dur's, or the platinum dragonborn you saw in Kernulem. And upon their waists are 2 daggers each, or rather circular weapons with 3 daggers sprouting from the circlet, each a bit rusty and wiggly in their shape. That is what you see at first when you walk into the deserted camp.
He's gonna say hi first.
I'm just gonna try and see if I recognize anybody. I haven't been home in 12 years.
Perception check.
I want to be close enough so everyone knows that I'm with her, but not weird.
Okay.
19.
You see absolutely no one that you know.
Balls.
Damn.
It's 1,000 people strong.
Just in the deserted camp alone?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I mean, yeah, I guess that was a whole organized force that we conscripted to try to work with together. Wow, yeah, I don't recognize anybody here.
It has been 12 years.
It's been 12 years since I've been home.
Uh,
I just thought there would be somebody. I guess we can just go talk to somebody. I'll walk up to someone.
Or
Okay,
wish
who are you
Humphrey
walking
was
up to?
here.
I don't know. I just I'm not gonna walk up to the Loxodon because obviously I don't know. I don't know if they're from Trenton.
They're wearing the deserted colors.
I know, but what? I'm too nervous to talk to Loxodon right now.
Okay.
I'll
I
go
might
for
later.
it.
You're gonna go for it?
If I roll over 10, I'm going for it. It's a 9.
Okay.
Ah.
So you 2 are not talking to the Loxodon. Where are you guys going?
Maybe eventually. I just want to go talk to.
Okay. So
There's
you guys
nobody.
are...
There's nobody wearing any. None of the clerics or anything joined from the church.
No.
I don't see any. Okay.
Where does it look the most like rambunctious? Like I don't want to talk to people who are like betting.
If you want to make a perception check.
Yeah, that's fair. Some
You
rowdy
would
folks.
assume that they weren't invited.
Oh.
That's fine. I don't want my mom
Oh,
here.
good, man.
She can stay home.
Perception 13.
Okay. As you look through, of course, you see both Shafra and Ferocia sharing a few kebabs of roasted veggies and a bowl of haphazardly made mashed potatoes. Shafra's bloody bee tattoos glimmer in the light of the fire, almost more vibrant in the night, as if the blood were flowing and the bees were buzzing. Yeah.
They're hanging out around the fire.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll saunter over in my most nonchalant manner.
Can we help you?
Only with some company. Kind of wanted to walk around and get acquainted with the people who are here. I'm Osiren. I'm responsible for the ship.
what are your eyes in the sky?
This is Nasu, my friend.
It is nice to meet you. Nasu. Siren, what was your name?
Grenmore. Osiren Grenmore.
Oh, Siren Grenmore.
And this is
Desmond, yes, you. I think I remember you. Long ago? You are one of the, clerics of Bahamut, yes?
Paladin.
Oh.
My mother was a cleric. Aswin and Meliora. They're still at the church.
Yes, they are, yes. I'm sorry, I have much on my mind.
No, you're fine, obviously. Are they doing okay?
No. No one is doing okay.
I mean, like they're not sick or.
No, they're not sick. No, everything is fine. And what was your name?
Nasu.
So, do you have a last name?
Films.
Okay.
Mm.
Can we help you?
We didn't get your name.
Yes, my name is Shafra, and this is Ferocia Terran. And she. Hello there.
I didn't know the deserted would be joining the march.
Yes, well, it was an offer we couldn't quite refuse. And plus, this is a fight worth taking.
Good cause, yes.
Very much so, yes.
Where are you from? Where do you hail from?
I'm from Trenton.
I know that.
Oh,
I'm
you were
talking
looking
to
at
you
me.
too.
Oh, my family had a manor in the Central Realms, near, is it
Omaris.
Omaris.
I see.
I grew up spent some time in Grescia as well.
Oh, far from home, no matter where you slice it.
Yeah. Well, we just came from there, so I still have home on my mind.
If you are a grandmother, then there's not much hope. There's not much home left, is there?
No, unfortunately, but there's enough.
Yes. And what of you?
Trisfall, begrudgingly.
At least you are begrudgingly from Chisholm. You are that red fellow, the gunslinger.
Yes, yes.
Yes, Camilla talked about you.
Camilla.
Camilla Varstov.
Right.
Yes, you're the only red person, apparently. As there are very few red dragonborn around, so if you are red, then I guess your name gets around quickly, especially if you sling a gun.
Quite the conspicuous profession I chose.
Yes. Well, what can the two leaders of the desert do for you?
Oh, you were the leaders.
Indeed.
Cool.
Do you and your forces, do you all need anything?
No,
Ah, okay.
we are fine. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Okay.
Okay.
Did you meet Dagamaris
What?
when he was in Trenton?
Perhaps we do not talk about Agamaris, yes?
Sure.
Okay. Just, why would you? It's just a bad name to whisper in these parts.
I suppose, to most, but we recently met someone who that wasn't the case, and so I'm just curious.
Anina?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, also in Trenton.
Yes, I know who Anina is, and I am just as shocked as you are to find her here, let me tell you, because I wouldn't have wasted so much money and time trying to search for her if I had known that she was just here the entire time. That is fine, no. At least she is safe. I know that, what was his name? Steerkick. Yes, he's a man that I talk to a lot, trying to find her. I'm sure that Steerkick will be pleased to know that she is fine.
Well, I didn't mean to put you in a
How do you know Dagamaris?
We traveled together for some time.
Small world, I guess.
It seems like it.
Do you know Vivian then?
You know Vivian?
We can assume that
They were looking
Dagamaris
for
and
Dagamaris as well.
Vivian were in Trenton together. Right?
Why would we assume that?
That's where they went, south. When we split from Betuise.
Yes, they were.
That's right.
I never met Dagamaris, and I'm glad that I did not. But he was in Trenton with Eupheme Eldercrest. Eupheme Eldercrest, Vivian... and the little boy. He was teenager, maybe adolescent, very immature. And he was with them as well. It was weird to see him with them.
They got a new friend.
You don't know?
I would not consider them friends. Vivian, Eupheme, and the kid, they're why we're here, actually.
Did they do something wrong?
I don't know about wrong. They, Forosia invited them to council. Yes, I invited them to council, and they said they knew Titus, and I was on the fence of joining him or letting things roll by. We had council with Titus Mirkwood that day, summoned by Zetataxanos, or his, mage? Something. And Shafra, he knows magic, and he got us back afterwards, but Titus was, not fond of any of them. So, it was tense, and he said that if we don't deliver Dagamoris before a certain time, then we all die.
So I guess it's good that we're going to go get him.
Yes, well, Zed came to us later and said that that isn't the case anymore. But it was still a very virulent threat.
We traveled with Vivian for a while as well.
She seemed like a lovely girl. Yes,
True, really is a small world.
actually, wait, I did meet Dagamoris after they had murdered a couple people in the basement.
What?
Yes, I will not speak of who they killed, as I believe this is bad company for that, but yes, there's a cult within our city, and they walked in and they murdered everybody without asking me or doing any due diligence. They broke into a home, they intimidated a older woman, they walked into a bar, and they murdered around 8 or 9 people.
Oh.
And then I had to deal with that.
There were just 4 of them.
And then they left. They left the next day. Yes.
That sounds like a...
Yeah.
Ouch.
They were fine. Vivian helped us. They also helped us with the hag issue, and
Helped you how?
Hag issue?
Huh.
they
You said-
killed some hags.
Some?
There was 3, yes. There were
What they
3.
look like.
Well,
One was very ugly and extremely tall.
was one green.
Yes.
We told you.
By
I
the-
said to you that we killed the hag.
By the
Killed
gods.
Kelst. I said that to you.
Did you?
I said, "Oh, Siren, we killed the hag that killed Kelst," and you said, "Okay," and I went,
Alright, okay.
Yes.
By the gods.
It's dead. She's dead.
What an interesting reaction. Yes, I was happy as well. I am not a fan of hags either.
Oh, good thing I didn't find out that there were 3 of them.
Yes.
Well, what?
Huh?
What?
Well-
Why is that good? What would you have done?
Would have had to think harder.
Where were they?
You see, they were in one of the outer villages. They had crafted an illusion around the house, and they were using the Schwenten catacombs as a base of operations to craft monstrosities.
Golly.
When it.
What?
This was before. Sorry, I'm just trying to. This was before. This was after I left, right? Like 12 years ago?
They died.
No, I'm talking about when they were there using the catacombs.
No, they've been doing that for quite some time. There were missing children, and
Yeah, I know about the missing children.
yes, that was them.
Oh, okay. So they're all dead. Then?
Yes, which is the last thing that Vivian did. She removed the souls from a soul gem that one of them had. So that was nice, although I think some of them came to Titus, which is unfortunate, but it's still freedom.
That probably has something to do with some stuff we found in the Underdark.
Right, you guys told me this.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else I can do for you? It is interesting that I found you. More companions of people that I have no idea. Where are they?
They're where we're going.
There are the uncruel.
Yes.
Well, I think that they can handle themselves.
I think they can handle eating prison food, at least.
Yeah. Vivian, she seemed like a rodent. Not in a bad way, but rats can live anywhere. And she was small.
It's very resourceful.
Wiry.
Great.
Scrappy. It's true. She would do well in the north.
Are you from the north?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Never visited. I mean to.
There's not much there.
Do you know many of the others from the north here personally? Or?
What a... wow. It's a good thing you know how to shoot guns. And you have a grandma with you.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay.
It's alright. You remind me of, No. No, you don't. Man.
This might be completely off the mark. What was that town? Can I have the map?
Oh god.
That
Which map?
northern-
Which map? Which town?
The northern town that was mentioned in my father's notes.
Yellow's Brim?
That's what
Yellow's
it was?
Brim,
Yellow's
Midgard.
Brim.
Midgard.
Yes, I know where Yellow's Brim is.
Do you know if there's anything special about it?
Nothing. There is nothing special about Yellow's Brim. It is a very beautiful town, though. It is built like a V on... Is it an inlet? I don't know. But on either side of the ocean. It's very beautiful.
Are there any magical guilds that call that area home, to your knowledge?
I would say my family is... I am simply a follower of Bela. I am not sure anything about Yellow's Brim.
I knew it was a long shot, I just thought I'd ask.
It's okay.
And your magic comes from that affiliation? Bela?
I do not know. I am a Sangomancer. One of the only remaining. I'm a Middoon from Rostrop.
You've you met Thonian, yeah?
No. I have not.
Uh,
But I know that my family keeps the tradition alive.
didn't Thonian say he was the last one?
Yes.
Hmm.
Tonin who?
Caspo.
Casper.
Caspo.
Jaskmo.
Caspo.
It's a lie. You lied to me. There's no Cascos remaining.
His soul
Um,
was
He is.
preserved.
Thonian Caspo.
He's the
The most powerful singlemancer ever to walk this continent.
the tabaxi.
I don't. There are many tabaxi.
The one that was standing up there yesterday morning.
Next to
The one
Titus.
with the Fu Manchu.
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
That's Thonian Caspo.
In a new body.
I don't know anything about the new body thing, but that's Thonian Caspo.
We'll see.
Does that make you guys related or something?
No. What? You think every singlemancer is related? No. The Midtuns are one of the last remaining singlemencers on the I don't know about the world, but on Atomos at
Do
least.
you know more?
No. I'm just not going to say that we are the last.
Better than Thonian.
I've heard the tale of some living off of Adamos, living off continent. I do not know why only humans are singlemencers. I have no idea, but that is why it is mainly contained to Adamos. But I just yes, I protect the children of Bela, or my family does. I came here to help with the deserved.
Thank you for taking the time to talk with us.
Yes. Hopefully my kebab is not too cold, and I hope that we see Vivian and Eupheme and Iklid. I hope that kid is okay.
Yeah, me
You
too.
ever get described as a rat by someone you had a little crush on?
Ah.
Feels real good.
Say to your scrap. Hey, it was lovely meeting you, all of you. I'm glad to have met you. And Desmond, your mothers are doing great.
Good. Thank you.
Took me a while. It has been a long time since I saw you.
It's been a very long time. It's good to see
If I were you, I would stay away from many of the people in this encampment. Your nickname, Dog of the Dragon, is not great.
I'm probably going to go around anyway because.
Okay.
But thank you for the heads up, so that doesn't surprise me as much as it would have.
All right.
She's got an entourage now, so.
Of course.
Dog of the.
Have a great night, all of you.
Thanks.
Thank you. You too. Did she say dog of the?
Dog of the Dragon.
Yeah. Actually, maybe you should stay away. I
I'm
just
not-
rebuilt my reputation.
I'm not. No, well, you can.
I don't necessarily need anybody spoiling that for me. Like,
Then we
right?
can
Is
split
that
up.
good? Okay.
But
Wait, guys.
I'm not going away.
What?
We should walk together. We're about to fight a fucking war beside each other. The least we can do is stand side by side when being heckled by angry people. I mean, what's some upset individuals to liches and undead dragons and skeleton zombies?
Okay, Dad.
I wouldn't mind not splitting up. That wouldn't hurt my feelings if we did not do that. But
Let's.
I'm
hang
just
out for a
chiding
little
you.
while.
Yeah, that's fine. You're gonna talk to the big feller?
I mean, if you want to.
Why not?
I would, if you wanted to. I don't know what to say. It would probably be way more awkward than the last conversation that we had, but at least I could say hi.
Let's
It
walk
seemed
up.
pretty cool.
See if they heard of us. That's usually how I started.
They haven't heard. Anyway. How was that? The I'm in charge of the ship thing? Was that like too boasty?
What do you mean?
Like just saying that.
No,
was
I think
too
that was a
boasty?
good level.
No,
That was a
it
good
was-
level of I'm Osiren Grunmore and I made this massive
This is what I
flying
do.
ship. You can just say, oh, I'm Osiren and that's my ship because they already know all the rest probably.
Okay, cool.
It's a good level.
You guys can use that line too if you.
Well, I'm not in charge of the ship. I'll say I'm with the ship. They know who I am.
Yeah,
I'm
I
the
think
ship.
They know who you are.
I'm the ship manager.
You are administrator of firearms.
Yeah, ship manager.
All right.
Okay, what are you guys doing?
Walking over to the
Locks it on.
fire where there's the Loxodon and the Dragonborn. All them.
It's the Dragonborn. Some new people. Welcome. Welcome.
Howdy.
Thank you.
Yes.
I think names probably be a good place to start.
I'm Nasu, and this is Desmond and Osiren. We handle the ship.
Oh, the flying ship. My name is Rudrin. And my name is Ishis Kaldrunu.
Oh god.
Ishis.
Hold on.
Ishis.
Ishis Kaldrunu. And Rudrin Kaldrunu.
Siblings?
Twins. From the province of Kunlai, on the Isles of the Dread Queen.
How's that? I've heard of that. Where's that?
From a town called Zint Fay.
What's that? Where's the house in the church?
What brings you both
Off
here?
coast. South, I believe.
Fleeing.
Oh, yeah.
Fleeing as that province, well. And they both lean in and simultaneously. Seldaru is a dragon. An ancient copper dragon that scorched our entire town. A
Maybe it's-
prominent commander of Tiamat.
Do I know what Tiamat is?
Yeah,
Oh, shut up. Can I roll?
you know. It's the Isle of the Dread Queen. You know
Okay,
who
I
Tiamat is.
didn't know. I didn't know.
There's been
That
plenty
be
of
her.
propaganda
Oh,
That'd be she.
okay. Oh,
against Tiamat in
yeah.
Tristful.
Big
Sounds
surprise.
like out of the frying pan into the fire.
I much prefer this. Perhaps not soon in cruel.
So now we know of 2 dragons that are destroying their own towns.
Yes. Yes.
How long have you been on this side?
With the deserted.
2 months. It took a long time to get from here to there to here. People are strange here. No dragonborn here. Glaucon. No good.
No good.
The ship's called the Tagloria Regicide. It was made to kill Glaucon.
No good. Ancient blue dragon. Children of storms.
It has more bells and whistles than it looks like it does.
Demigods, all dragons. No ship. No offense to you. Ship, no dragon. 4 times that size. 4 times that size.
We'll do our
But-
best.
I think most new inventions are doubted in their day.
I do not doubt you, nor the ship. I do not respect, no respect, Glaucon Meridian, but know his power. Know his power. What? Have you ever been to Isles of the Dread Queen?
No?
Do not go. Dreadful place it has become,
Oh,
ravaged by many.
shoot. I was going to take my vacation there.
Yes. Funny. You look like you come from Isle of the Dread Queen. Related to Hobgoblin in any way? Hobgoblin red as well. Bit more strong. Much more strong. Weak.
Weak.
Not from the Isle, as far as I know.
Horns, a tail, many horns. And they stand 7.5 feet tall. Tail.
Yeah, I'm familiar
Dragon
with
blood.
Dragonborn.
Dragon blood.
I do not know.
Oh. Well. Looks at your sigil.
I turn around.
Nah.
Platinum dragon god. Abandons dragons. Even platinum ones. Not much of a god.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you two?
He is 52.
Oh, baby.
He is 52.
Gotcha. Who's your friend?
And not friend, but nice. Very nice. Loxodon. You see some come around in Isle of the Dread Queen. Just like here.
They go from north all the way that far south?
Clerics of Rodcom.
The ocean god
And Sky.
and sky.
Yes. Rodcom far better than Bahamut. Sea moves. Clouds move. None asleep. None silent whisper of wind. Crashing of waves. Bahamut snores. No justice, though. Not for my family.
Is that true? You're a cleric of Rodcom?
And the Loxodon. Yes, I am a cleric of Rodcom.
What's your name?
My name is Bendu Mahar. You asked them their names as well. And their age, I don't know if you are interested.
Of course.
I am 91. I don't know if that matters. I've been traveling the Southern Realms for a long time. I know you mentioned that it was strange. I've been here for many years. I'm a cleric of Rodcom, and I'm known as a cleric of the Order of the Constant Tide.
Of the constant tide.
I am.
Is that a faction?
It is an order of Rodcom. We are sent out to the other continents and towns to help with medical aid, and I was traveling through Fell and Dunbarrow and such, trying to help with people's medical needs. I was on my way to Pools, but then Dunbarrow was burnt to the ground, so I went back and tried to help them. And when I got to Dunbar, there were only a couple of shady people there, and when I got here, I joined the deserted because they were far less seedy.
Seems like a good group.
Yes, I enjoy them. I'm sorry, my common is not very good.
Perfectly fine.
What other languages do you speak?
Only one, Ralakian.
I've never even read about that.
Not many people here speak it. Ralakium is or Wallachia is a very small nation of Tortolans and Loxodon, and we keep to ourselves mainly, though some of us travel, like the Order of the Constant Tide. I'm a bit nervous. Sorry.
It's okay.
You don't have to right now and tell me if this is too forward, but would you mind teaching me some words in Wallachian?
No, I would love to. Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
I'll probably see you some other time.
Oh, yeah, hopefully. I won't be in the front lines. I've been told that a cleric would be, wasted. So I am sitting in back and helping those wounded. So hopefully I do not see you, or hopefully I do see you.
Off the battlefield.
What?
Off the battlefield.
Yes. Oh, well, I hope that I do not just never see you again, is what I mean to say.
Yes.
I don't mean to be morbid.
Morbid times then.
It's completely understandable. I speak 6 languages, but
Oh,
I haven't got to learn Wallachian yet at all.
wow. That is impressive. I like your hair.
Thanks. It's dirty right now.
Oh, the red is nice. Your affliction. I've read of that. I wonder what your family did to deserve it. It is a godly curse. No curse can twist the soul like that.
Seeing as it
Not
is
an evil god, I would say. Otherwise, it would be far worse. That is a shame.
Any guesses?
Oh no, I have just heard about it. I've helped people cursed by their families' misdeeds. I have helped relieve their pain as they pass. They were afflicted by far worse deities, though.
Huh.
You would already be dead if that were the case. These were children that I helped. The gods are tepid, to say the least. This one just makes you a bit different, I suppose. It is nice. I like your color.
Oh, much obliged.
You take good care of your horns, I see as well. That is important. And she grabs her tusks. I know the feeling. But I'm glad you are not afflicted by a worse curse.
Glad to find that out.
Yes. But I'm sure you have suffered greatly anyway.
It's relative.
If you, there are some people that may be able to help you fight that curse if you are not already dead. If your soul is strong enough, you can, and if you are of good soul and spirit, I have heard of people ridding themselves of it. If you want
These
to.
people that help are wearing them.
Well, I have heard that, well, you would need to find a cleric or druid or paladin of the god that cursed you to communicate and barter, and there are some trials involved, I know, to free your, this is a family curse.
How can you tell?
They're all family curses. If you are smote by a god in this life, then you die, or are made into something much worse. But were you born like this?
As far as I know.
Absolutely, then, yes. Then you must seek recompense for whatever your family did. As unfair as that may sound, you seem lovely. If that makes you feel any better, I don't think it had anything to do with you.
Oh. Thank you.
Of course. Yes, I am not powerful enough to remove any curse, even if someone were cursed by Rodcom, although I don't know of any people that have been. But,
Do you
yes.
know how to cleanse items, perchance?
No, that is far from my ability. I can only delve 3 layers deep into the pool, which is more than some, and I can heal, but I can't do much else.
That's about as much as I can do. So.
Same.
Well, but you are a paladin, I heard of Bahamut.
Yes, I am.
Well, I hold no ill will to Bahamut. There are many gods asleep. Perhaps he is dead.
He wouldn't have been able to give me my power if he were dead, though.
No. Some people can tap into the domain, and the soul of gods is strange. I know of Bennu. Bennu is dead. Slayed by Aklis long ago. And there are clerics of Bennu that still feel their presence. For some reason or another, it seems as though their souls cannot find rest either. And there are some even that say that they speak to new gods that are combined with others. Strange beings they are.
Interesting.
Yes, I do not think that Bahamut is dead. That would be very sad.
We know of another dead god, don't we?
Yes. According to what Vivian told me.
I forget who.
Oh, I got this.
Lil, you're holding a piece of one.
Call Cthulhu's dead.
He's
You
chunks.
would use chunks.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought I just had a bit of him.
No.
But you were talking about Gillian.
Gillian.
Gillian?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Gillian is dead. I have not heard such things. Well, perhaps we free him in Cruel as well. And many of those who worshipped him.
Oh, I was thinking of another one, though. Alvar killed his dad.
Huh? Oh, do you speak his name here?
You're not supposed to.
Ivar is... He is, one of the worst.
Yeah, I know. It's like the boogeyman, yo. I'm the boogeyman.
No,
It's very unsavory. You've met him.
Sorry.
Ivar.
Yeah. We
he-
had.
The god of,
We have never met him. I was never there when you met him.
I'm sorry,
Yes,
on Heroes
yes, you
Peak?
were.
Yeah, you were.
Oh, you were in
Heroes
Heroes
Peak.
Peak.
Yes. So many events merging together.
Going senile.
The god of duplicity is duplicitous.
Yeah, he killed his dad. I can't remember who that was.
Deer?
Baldir. It was Baldir.
No.
And
Thank
the gods do not have family. That is a misnomer.
Interesting.
Folk lore, folk tales.
Well, then,
Baldur was the god of the north wind, correct?
Yes. And it is certain that he has died. For there are no clerics left.
no. Bela.
But I am currently praying.
Oh.
Just doing something small, but please, if you need something later, I will come. If you need my help.
It's lovely to meet
Absolutely,
you.
yes, thank you.
Good to have it.
Wonderful to meet you
One
as well.
final question.
Yes.
In regards to, for my records,
Oh, okay.
are you considered tall for Lexington? Or average? Short.
I would say average height.
She's 7 feet tall?
10
10
feet.
feet.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. And whatever god you wish be with you. Rodcom always is.
All right.
He goes back.
I'll turn away from him.
I'll say bye to Ishish
Ishish.
and
Yeah. Oh,
Ishis and Rudrin?
Rudrin. Yeah, in Draconic.
Wow. And you speak dragon. Dragon. Ah. Very nice. And they say, goodbye to you, O Siren Grenmore. May Balanzar be with you. And they
I'll
begin to
say
eat their stuff.
I'll say bye in Draconic too.
Yeah,
After I see.
Oh,
that's right.
another. Oh.
His mom's a dragon.
Oh, yeah.
Lovely to see so many people enjoying our language. Rare. pleasant night to you, Red One. Red One. May Balanzar be with you.
Good night.
Oh.
In common.
Yeah. I don't know about y'all, but I'm tuckered out. I'd rather get back to the ship.
I'm Osiris.
Wow. Was that a joke? Was that a joke from Osiris?
I have good jokes. Have I not joked around you yet?
You guys can.
I haven't heard you make a joke yet.
They're rare, but they're good when they come.
Ah. I look forward to hearing more.
I'm sure they're what he would like to call.
Are you turning around?
Calculated. Huh? Yeah.
Okay, you turn around. Blast. This is not so. Yes, Where have you been? Where have you been? Are you red, glorious man? Yes, you are.
I'm,
So fast, I was wish your company.
oh.
I'm sorry to say.
Deny that.
I'm only kidding you. I'm only joking. They are talking amongst themselves about battle plans and whatnot.
Good.
Great. And you slap you on the shoulder. Desmond.
Blast.
I didn't think you'd be down here.
You did not think I would be down here. Doing what? I'm fighting. That is all I do. I'm Blast Clayson. You think I would let my brother die in vain? I'm going all the way through the scar to Trustfall. The good luck on Meridian, yes, obviously. No longer is this family that I have fought for bootlickers, yes? So, they will help me. Maybe. Does not matter. I would do it myself. He ran for me last time, so.
That's awesome.
I did hear that. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Yes. He thought I was the Titus Mirkwood fellow, who is far more powerful than me, but I'm bigger than he is, so.
What works.
Yes, and his arm, like, the size of your torso.
I'm on the ship, the firearms administrator.
Yes, well, if his arms that skinny, that is all you could do. You need the boomstick in other departments. I hear you are very good with it all. Very good with the firearms, the booms.
It's a trade-off, right?
Yes, you are slippery, so. But if I ever get close to you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
yes,
just,
indeed, yes, indeed.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't want you
Just
close to me
won't.
either.
I smell very nice.
In a battle.
Oh, in the battle, yes. Well, Uvad. I am named Blast, yes, by birth. It just so happens that I blast into the arena.
You saw me though. I was ducking that one fella.
What?
I was
Oh, is the Silent Tide? He is 70 years old.
Oh no!
He is almost entirely carried by his brass knuckles. The sweeping tides are nice. I wish to have them. I do not think that they would fit on my hands though. But if I had them, it would be unstoppable. Yes.
We've had a long day.
You do not wish my company.
No.
Is that so?
Ha ha ha.
I'm only kidding.
You jumped the gun. I tell you,
Oh, yes.
come on to the ship tomorrow night for dinner.
Inviting me to your dinner. Ah, yes, of course. There's a right glorious man. I will. Yes. Now the films. Of course. Yes. And does is there too? Yes. I am not foster. She will not dislike me as much. Yes. I will be there. Yes. How is Bahamut? You do not know. And he slaps you on the shoulder. It is all in good fun, Desmond. Yes.
I try not to laugh at most of them, but that one's got me.
And he walks away.
Okay.
I'll just redo my bun really quick.
I have a circlet that I could put over you that would disguise you if you just wanted to
No.
see how people would respond to someone who isn't
I
a
don't
follower
care.
of Bahamut.
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
You want to go back to the ship? You were saying?
Yeah.
Any
I was
other
gonna say something. Nope. Okay.
any other bar stops on the horizon?
And I walk towards the ship.
Okay, so you're walking towards the ship.
Yeah.
What are you two doing?
Do the same. Yes, we can go back to the ship.
What time is it?
It's like 9:30 p.m. at this point.
Night's still young.
I know.
I mean, you guys did wake up at like 5:30.
We do have to be up in the morning, but is there anyone who I want to fuck with?
Is anyone having a great time right now? Wait, I'm a paladin of vomit. I'll go back to the ship.
Hey guys, are you having a great time?
Yeah, you do. Again, you only visited 2 of the encampments, and there are many more.
Yeah.
But you don't need to visit them all in one night.
We'll think our rounds to most of them.
Yeah, let's call it a night.
I don't want to go to the bar.
I wanna
stop
keep an
yet.
eye out
That
for
seems a bit
fucking-
intense.
What the fuck is that guy's name?
Zed?
Yannick.
Yannick Grendel?
Yannick Grendel? Is he with the
Actively
Cretala
avoiding
people?
Yannick Grendel.
Okay.
Is he with the Cretala people? I'm assuming.
You didn't look into the Cretala group.
Nah, he's probably with the Cretala group.
Wide berth.
Okay. Wide berth from the black banner with a white stone
White
sword.
stone sword.
Mhm.
What sword is that supposed to be? Is that supposed to be the Symphony of Balanzar?
You don't know shit about shit.
I'm pontificating.
Okay, so you guys head back to the ship.
Yeah.
You guys heading to bed then.
Can I talk to Durs?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm going to bed.
Okay, so Sarna goes to bed. Desmond?
Is Humphrey avoiding me?
Yeah, looks like it.
Do I give him space?
So Durs.
Yeah. So while you're figuring that out, yeah, Durs. So you go to Durs. Dude.
In the Schwenten camp,
Yeah.
there's some Dragonborn.
Oh, yeah?
If you get a chance to make it out there, maybe tomorrow, some other time, it'd be, I think it'd be much joyous to see another one of their kind.
Yeah, maybe. But, maybe not me, though. Sort of abandoned them.
They don't know who you are.
Yeah, maybe. There's a lot you don't know, Nasu.
Is there a lie you gonna tell me?
Not right now, shit. It's been a long day. I just ordered the guns for you. Now you want me to spill my secrets? I gotta be a little mysterious to my boy. Jeez.
That's fine. Just wanted
Out of curiosity, what region are they from?
to Isle.
What?
The Isle.
Yeah, no, I know that. What province are the Isles?
I didn't write it down.
That's a good question.
All right then. Well, that's great. Want to talk to me about anything else?
Are you from the Isle?
Yeah. I am from the Isle.
Are all Dragonborn from the Isle?
What was that?
Are all Dragonborn from the Isle?
Yeah. That's where all the Dragonborn are from. What are you saying for?
I just never put it together like that.
Oh shit, you see many of them around here?
I don't know. You never fucked around with any of that TMI stuff, did you?
What do you mean if I fucked around with? Like, was I ever on her side?
Yeah.
No. Well, if I mean, the Vostovs been wheeling and dealing, and they had deals with Tiamat's people, and I did some shipments for them.
Yeah.
That was one of the reasons why I wouldn't want to go over there, but not directly, and I never ideologically agreed with Tiamat.
Sure.
I don't know who could.
That's it. Just, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Yeah. Good sleep and all that.
Before I go to bed, I would like to. Okay, my map that I'm making so far. How far out does it go so far?
What do you mean? From in respective to what?
From like the direction like we're traveling with the ship and the army towards Cruel.
Yeah, so I'd say from where you are, how high you're flying, you can see accurately about 8 miles out in either direction.
Okay. Shit, how many miles do we travel in a day?
Travel about, I'd say, 38, 40 miles a day. Again, you would travel way more if you weren't keeping up with the army.
Oh, yeah. No, that's fine. Okay.
It's a lot of walking.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure then that so far I'm scaling the map appropriately.
Right now, it's about half scale to those maps.
Okay, that's fine. Shit.
You have about half the map left.
Yeah. So, wait, would I get that done by tomorrow?
No. You're like half of the. So you're about halfway to the cross.
Yeah.
And so half the map is done.
That's not helpful. I'm gonna try and like finish a little bit of it ahead, and then be able to make copies and pass it out to
The army?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you want to try and. Sure. Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I'm leaving Humphrey alone.
Okay.
But I do want to talk to Anina.
Okay. You find
I just
Anina
kinda wanna-
in the dining hall.
I want to walk
Seems to be
around,
eating
see
some
her in
bread.
the.
Yeah. What? Yes.
How old are you?
26.
Okay, God. Okay. You remember all the missing people for like years, right? Like the missing people for years in Schventon, right?
Yes. Steerkig's little brother went missing.
Yeah. They figured out what it was.
What was it?
They were hags. There were 3 hags.
What are hags?
They're fucking awful, nasty creatures that are evil and mean, and they do bad magic, and they're fucked up and gross. I'm just like, I was out there, like, when people were getting kidnapped. Like, I remember I was, like, running around before I was even a paladin. Like, I was running around in the streets trying to, like, find where they were going at night, and they were just fucking hags in the catacombs.
Oh. That's rough.
No, sorry, you were there, so I just thought that maybe.
Yeah, I was always a bit afraid, but I didn't really look much into it.
I lost a lot of friends to that, so.
Oh. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's like, what was I gonna do? I wasn't even a paladin yet. If there was hags, I would have just killed myself. It's just. Just a lot of disappointment lately.
I can understand that.
Yeah, sorry. Finish your. I'm gonna go to the.
Bye. Just eating bread.
Slam a lot of my armor.
Okay. You guys going to bed?
Trying to. We were slamming armor.
I know. So, August 4th comes. Once again, You fly far above the fields of Wesson, now seeing more and more trees as you careen through the air, the southern range of Astrid slowly creeping nearer as well, allowing you audience from afar with the blunted and soil-capped peaks of the southern range and with the many large birds that linger near your starboard sides. As you fly, did you want to do anything?
Train Nina.
Okay, so you're training.
How fast does the ship go? Like how
Pretty
fast are we
fast.
going?
Like 60 miles an hour at max speed.
I'm gonna fly alongside it.
The bird?
Huh?
What are you flying alongside?
I'm gonna use fly to fly
Oh,
alongside it. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, you're going slower. You could never keep up with it using fly at full speed.
No.
Ever. But yeah, you tell Mitos to slow down a bit, and she, all right, and you hop off.
Yeah, use it as a jump off start. See how high I can go.
Okay, yeah.
Whoa.
You all see that. Zed,
Whatever.
is that so? All right, and he flies off as well. Fancy seeing a Grenmore here. Flying with me and a Taxonos.
That's just your innate magic.
Yes. Well, no, I should say it was earned by making a forced pact with Balanzar.
Oh.
Yes.
Well.
Yeah, flying
enjoy it.
still, yes. I will bask in what favors I can get. Yes.
I'm gonna bask in the backflip.
Yeah, make a fucking performance check for me, man.
Performance.
Yes.
Nice.
Flash of genius.
God. Okay.
Get it.
Is that a natural 20?
It's a 19.
God damn.
Close. That's a 27 or 26.
Okay, and Zed is gonna try and do it as well.
What are you guys doing?
Backflip in the air.
27. I was wrong.
27?
Yeah.
God damn. Plus 9, he got a 19. He sees you. Oh, shit. All right. He tumbles a bit, but... It was unpleasant. I'm getting better at this. It's not worth it. I'm too old for this. And he flies on there.
Humphrey, you want to come up?
Don't bully him.
He just peeks his head back down.
I want to be perceiving and then working on the map.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Well,
That was so dramatic. 12. Okay. Is that all you're doing for the day?
I'm gonna say. I wouldn't have any extra armor. Yeah, I guess.
Okay. You good?
I'm good.
Okay. Sam, after you get done flying,
How many more days do we have?
if you want to make
One.
a nature check, you can.
No?
1 or 2. You said it would take 5 or 6 days. Oh, like 2 or 3 days.
Correct.
19.
You have about 2.5 days left at this pace.
Still fine. I am going. I'll tell you later.
Okay. So, the night of August 4th, then. The road lends you its flatness once more, and you find your wheels gain purchase well on its trodden path. However, you see more and more trees. Light oak, many of them, now as you travel further and further west. The air here is lighter to your senses, not tinged with the scent of blood nor the corruption of abhorrent magics.
Osirin, Mitos, rally everybody.
Okay.
Is he the captain, though, or something? Is he making calls?
We're all like right here.
It's not that big of a ship.
I like run down deck and get like Durs and Skylar and everybody.
He wants to have an announcement.
They run.
I'd like to hear what he has to say.
What do you want?
We're rallying up deck.
Yeah. All right. Why?
To go through game plan in case we
Oh, fuck. All right.
come into trouble.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
And
stations
Skylar
and all that.
gets up. Walks up.
Was she napping?
No. Okay. So you guys all meet.
Okay. Is everybody here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great.
I'm just imagining Zed
What?
attacks and
Yeah,
everything.
Zed is there.
Listen up, everyone. Nasu called this meeting to go over something.
This
And
better be real good.
yes, let's all give him our attention. And okay, Nasu, let's go.
Okay, people. We need just to be on our A game in case we come in anything in the air. So somebody, either me or Zed probably, who sees trouble, we give a signal. We need everybody to round the stations. So we need to assign stations.
How old are you? How old are you?
Like 20 something.
Golly. And you're calling me to rally, giving me orders.
Would you like to give the orders?
No one is
Zed?
given
Yes?
orders.
No. I just... Fucking Morgan.
This is a team effort. You know.
Yes, I suppose.
Stations. I will be with Durs and Skylar. The cannons on the weapon deck.
What? Really?
I assume.
That's a very good idea, Nasu.
I assume Osiris will be staying with Mitos in the helm, or will you be manning any sort of?
What more revolutionary positions do you
I
have?
would like to make this easy for you, Nasu, but I can't quite. I'm just going to be, I don't know, doing my thing. I don't think being exactly, I think Mitos has the helm covered.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably run,
First deck, yes. Right? You have a sword and shield.
yes, I'll be on the deck.
Do we have
And
any
I'll
other,
be back and forth on the ground if I need to be.
Do we have anybody else that can wield that range that we should keep on the bow?
Well, yes.
Oh, yeah, I will be at the bow.
Okay. Desmond.
She has a
I have a very
big weapon.
cool weapon that I can do very cool things with, and I can heal you. But not ranges. I can throw a javelin.
So she runs in between decks, and
Yes, I assume that the ship will be traveling back and forth so that we can support the people on the ground.
I have no idea.
That's what will happen.
Okay.
Right now,
Excellent. Man of the plan.
the ship, yes, the key about having a flying ship is that, we can travel. We don't have to be confined by things in the way, etc., etc. But we don't want to be so far off that we're actually not supplying any support at all, right? So, it's going to be some strategy as to when and where will be where. I'm sure Mitos will have some ideas as to how that goes.
Hopefully, what this soup is.
Mitos, can you see everything from the helm?
Everything.
Everything. Like what?
I don't know. Assume there's
I can see in 180 degrees.
okay.
Nothing below.
Nothing below.
We'll just have to keep
nothing
communication.
behind.
Okay, sure. So if we need to tell Mitos to move the ship, is that you, Osiris?
Yes, I mean, I can fly, so.
Okay.
All right.
Zed, you're
Yes.
good at communicating, though. That might be a beneficial attribute.
Yes, I am. I can talk very well.
All right.
Yes, I can talk. I will be going most likely in between decks as well, as I have power Balanzar. at my fingertips. Oh, I hope you don't mind. During the day, I fitted your engine with some sigils of Balanzar.
On the engine?
On the plates, facing inward.
Okay.
Yes.
Should be fine.
It did blast your engine and cause you to crash down.
Why would I mind?
I don't know. Why would you?
Humphrey,
Yes?
you'll be helping.
I will be on the first deck, fighting with my very heart, dancing, protecting everyone aboard.
Okay, I was gonna say you can help load cannon.
No,
shells
no.
into the-
My blades are flourish. A tornado, a dervish I am. And I will be on the first deck with Osiren, doing glorious, regalious things. You cannot keep me down below. I'm a hero.
We wouldn't dream of it.
Yes.
glad you know your place.
Oh my god, look at those undead right in front of us. Do I need a code word for that?
I think as far as the cannon goes, you can alert us when they're armed with cannonballs.
Okay.
The cannons are armed with cannonballs.
Well, I wouldn't want to yell fire and have them be empty.
All right.
yeah.
I'll just yell stations. How's that? Stations?
Why are you yelling a goddamn thing?
I'm in the crow's nest.
All right then.
I thought you were going to be with the
I thought you were gonna be in the cannon rooms.
Well, that's my, when I see trouble and then I run in my station.
I think wouldn't Mitos
I
want
would-
to do that
I-
as she is flying the ship. The captains maybe the builder, the Osiren Grenmore.
Whoever sees it first.
Customarily, isn't that the
Just
job
has to
of the
say
one on the crow's nest, though? I will, in his defense.
He put himself in the crow's
The one in the
nest.
crow's nest
If
is
you-
the one who says,
If
ah,
you
look
want
out.
to yell stations, Nasu, you fucking say it.
I'll
You
listen
yell it,
for
and you know what? I'll move somewhere.
Or battle ready, or something cool. Stations isn't.
That's
cool.
right. See, I was trying to ask.
Perhaps you yell
something
brace.
Yes.
You yell brace. Brace.
Or you could be like war ho
Or
Oh my goodness, yes. Don't listen to him.
instead of land ho.
Mitos, you're a sailor. What do they usually yell?
You say the side in which they are on. Starboard side. Port side. Yes?
To
Cannons ready.
Cannons ready. That's good. To arms.
Oh, I like arms. I
No,
just yell
you
arms.
have to say which is ready. You cannot just yell stations. You yell stations first, but then someone has to say port side, cannons ready.
That's good.
Fire. You must say when everything is going on.
No,
Yes?
that makes sense. Okay,
Yes.
so stations, call out where it is.
I think
Wow,
the
yeah,
commands.
that was a good talk, man.
Us on the outside, we can help with target acquisition, but I think since you'll be well acquainted with the cannons and the people there, you should call the firing of the cannons and priorities on who we should aim for.
I can handle that.
That sounds lovely, Nasu. I, for one, don't agree with Zed at all, and I think that you are a wonderful crow's nest man.
Yeah.
Are you
thanks.
good at seeing? Has that been something that I know about you?
Well, I can tell you 100% that people see you. You're like a cone of the warning sign. Yes.
yeah, because I'm sure they don't see the giant ship in the air first.
Was that smack talk to a Mirkwood lieutenant that I just said? I'm just kidding. I can take heat. Now, if you had said that to Denzoro, your dick would be gone. He's quite short and has a grip strength of a rhinoceros.
Rhinoceros.
crossword.
Relachium thing. It's an animal with armor plating. And a horn. Maybe you're related.
An notorious, deadly.
Zed is not an intelligent person.
Right.
But he is a mean one.
Anything else anybody want to get on the same page about?
You know how to write.
Leave him alone.
That was a good one.
What do you... Huh?
On the same page as if you're writing.
Mm-hmm.
Take that as a no.
I'm so confused.
I bet you are a big man.
Thank you for organizing
At least,
that.
well, no one will be confused when you yell stations. We know that for a fact.
Great.
Yes, I will be there at the bow with Zed. Yes, and running around protecting everyone.
Great.
Yes, of course.
Fantastic.
Captain Fims.
Go, Captain.
Someone I respect greatly. I respect all of you. I would give my life to all of you.
He's the administrator of firearms.
Administrator of firearms. That sounds so much cooler too. Yes. All right. He goes back to the bow.
I want to.
I want to go to Siren and like tell him all the different parts of the ship.
Okay. Yeah. So you
Nice.
are informed of the parts of the ship.
Starboard,
With Mitos.
port, bow, stern,
Bow stern.
crow's nest.
Bridge.
Dex. What's the bridge?
Deck station.
Bridge is where
Bridge
the helm is.
Yeah.
Helm.
Yeah.
Helm.
Mm-hmm.
That's the steering wheel.
That's the steering.
Ah. Yep.
All right.
Checks out.
So what are you guys doing now? As everyone disperses.
What are
Did I finish the copies?
No, you can't. You can't possibly finish the. They don't really do anything now until you get to Cruel. Otherwise, you're giving maps of the Southern Realms to people who have lived here for their entire lives.
But it's
oh,
cool.
nice! Yeah.
That's where I'm from.
Yeah. and you're only getting like some of the fields of Wesson. You're only getting the northeastern portion, western portions of the fields of Wesson. So your maps will be. Yes, not right. They're not very useful right now, but they will be in the future.
Okay. Cool.
I want to catch up with Humphrey.
Okay. Yes. What?
Humphrey, I'm going to try to do this in the least awkward way possible.
Yes.
But as you know, I will probably fail.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, you're failing right now.
Thank you.
Yes.
So, we are heading into the Scar, as you know, as I know, as we know, everyone knows.
Yes.
And another thing that we all know is that you have a history with the Scar. And us being friends, as we are, I want you to know that I and us and we are here to help in any way, shape, or form that is available.
All right.
If you need any support at all during this battle, I would hate if you were to hurt yourself trying to save face. Not physically, but in other ways.
What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? Why does everyone care all of a sudden?
All of a sudden?
No, I don't need this right now. I don't need your fakeness. Your acting. I don't need this right now. I appreciate it if you were telling the truth, yes. But, I'll be fine. Thank you.
Of course you will. And that I am 100% sure that you will, but if you aren't...
Yes, I will come to you and I will talk to you about things and stuff.
You don't have to talk. I just want you to know that I'm here to support you.
All right, then.
And I have something for you.
Oh yes, what is it?
I'm going to give him the ashes of Mortem's mind.
The cloak?
The cloak. This is a loner.
Holy moly, this looks smoking. What is this?
It smokes.
It doesn't really go with my naked gladiator fit.
It's
I look like a fucking nerd wearing this.
It's a magical item. It'll help you.
Oh, yes, I figured that. It is fancy, and it doesn't have a single rip in it, regardless of how much shit you've gone through. And he throws it on.
Wait, hold on. It has a.
Do you want the circlet?
No.
It'll get rid. You can
No,
just,
no, Aurelius shows his face everywhere he goes.
I mean, you could just be yourself without this.
No, people must see my face.
All right.
What is this? What does the cloak do?
Dimension door.
Dimension door and add smoke.
Very cool.
You only get one, so if you're in trouble, that'll get you out. Just
Excellent.
Find the boat
Oh,
or the ship.
can I... I've never used Dimension Door. I don't know that spell. Can I accidentally go off the fucking ship, Osiris?
Yes.
Can I...
Just
You serious?
it's hard to accidentally cast a magic.
Well, I don't know. You said that he shot you in the ass a bunch on accident.
I think that you can.
I don't know. My mind is a mess. A chasm. Right now it is. Split in two, filled with, I don't know, rambunctious gnomes.
What?
You heard me. Just a B. I appreciate it. I appreciate all you have. You're a nice friend.
We'll
Not
talk
in his
later.
face, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Very much.
I love him so much.
I would like to go talk to Desmond.
So, you meet up with Desmond.
Tell me, what's the difference between a paladin and a cleric?
Well,
You're both just holy people, ain't you?
yes. Paladins are a little bit more combat oriented. Our domain tends to actually go and do a lot of shit out in the world. Fighting things, saving people.
I've heard of plenty of clerics.
Clerics
fighting.
do it too, of course, yeah, but most of the time the domain of a cleric, I don't know, the lines are kind of...
Cleric is a shield, paladins are a sword.
Yeah. Okay, I was like, how do I put this into words?
Mm.
If we were going to liken it to an armament, cleric is a shield, a protector, a healer. Paladins are a sword. We fight the
Paladins-
enemies of a domain. We protect those who are at risk.
But paladins like
Man.
always have a shield.
I don't have a shield. I'm talking figuratively.
Got it.
Paladins always have a shield. To a paladin. No, you.
Clerics and
Back up.
paladins both fight, technically,
Elbows
but
ratio.
my mother is a cleric and she doesn't do any fighting. She focuses on healing people, removing curses, stuff like that.
Couldn't either do the other.
Clerics are a lot more magically talented than at least I am. I have my own toolbox, I could say, of magic, but it's more limited than a cleric's.
Okay.
I can heal and I can enhance my attacks.
Okay. I'm starting to see.
Yeah. Clerics also tend to, I guess, commune more with their gods if their gods respond to them. Paladins, not so much. I mean,
Muhammad hasn't responded to anybody in how long?
well, he made me a paladin 19 years ago. 19 years ago. And then he made Glorbacks. A demigod and a paladin. We're not 100% sure.
So
How many
he
years
was.
ago?
18 and a half years ago.
18 and a half years ago.
So he was around then.
Yeah.
Or so anyone could discern.
Yeah. I've never spoken with him,
Sure.
but I spoke to a statue of his for a really long time, and then he made me a paladin. So,
Why Bahamut? Were you strong-armed into it, or was it the only thing
no
around?
one
or-
gets strong-armed into. I guess
Your mom was a cleric.
my mother is a cleric of Bahamut. My other mother is an acolyte of Bahamut. I just
So
kind of-
would it have been looked down upon if you didn't choose the same
No.
path?
No. I mean, I was like a temple brat. Like, I ran around but it wasn't required of me. There are a lot of different paths people can take.
Yet still, was Bahamut the only thing around?
I chose Bahamut. I didn't for a while. I didn't really care a lot. He was kind of like, I mean, when you grow up in a church and both of your parents are servants of that god, he was kind of just like an uncle, you know? Like, you're just like kind of like regard them as like there, but you don't really have very strong feelings about it.
Again, I ask why.
I had a friend go missing. A really good friend of mine. And then he turned up again. And something was wrong with him. And he tried to attack me. And I was fine. I was able to hold him down. I had done it before. He had some kind of brain injury from before. It was a really long story. He was from the Coast of Parkville. But anytime somebody would like bump his head, he would like get really upset. And when he came back, he was a different person, but I just kind of knocked into his head, and he tried to bite my throat, which he had done before, and it was fine, but everybody was just really antsy about him because he was a half-orc, and it was just kind of a whole mess. They put him in the prisons, and they wouldn't let him out, and I kept trying to get him out, and they wouldn't let him out, and he accidentally killed a guard, so they killed him. The church would have a lot of refugees and orphans, kids and stuff that would stay with us for a little bit. Like, I was one of the older kids, so I ended up looking after them a lot. And some of them went missing. Now I know where they went. Some of them would get in trouble, and I would try and get them out. And sometimes I would succeed, and sometimes I wouldn't. And at a certain point, a lot of them would just go on to new homes or new places, and I would never see them again. And there's a lot of bad shit in the world, and everybody hated Bahamut since I was born. I was really pleased with him. And when my friend died, I was pretty pissed off with him too, because both of my parents had spent a lot of time devoting themselves to him, and I'd watched them get sneered at for my entire life, even though they were doing everything they could to help everybody around them. Because Bahamut wouldn't speak to anybody. Nobody knew why. But, there was an old statue behind the church, like a really old statue of Bahamut behind the church. And when my friend died, I went and I was just kind of pissed off, so I was yelling at it. It was a bit embarrassing. And I let loose a lot of anger about his inaction as well, because I think that's what everyone around me was saying, and I was confused as to why he wasn't doing anything about it either. And I was mad because I couldn't do anything to help my friend, and I couldn't do anything to help all the other kids who did not go to good homes or have good lives after they left the church. And then I kind of thought, well, fuck, maybe that's it. Maybe Bahamut's in the same boat. Maybe he wants so badly to protect everybody around him, but he can't. And he has to watch as everyone that he cares about and everybody that he wants to succeed and wants to be happy and wants to give that justice to, they don't get it. And maybe he's just as frustrated. I don't know. I don't know why he's not talking to anybody. But I think it's really bold for everybody to assume that it's just because he's asleep or he doesn't care anymore or he's dead.
You'd assume a god couldn't do something within their domain?
Well, I mean, it calls into question a really, really old theological thing, which is a god born of their domain, or do they create it? So is there a need for justice and then a god is born to govern that domain? Or is there a god and they try and administer justice out and maybe they're just not as successful? I don't know. Does justice exist because that god exists? Or does that god just govern it and not necessarily have a lot of say in how long it exists? If justice is lost, does that god get weaker? I don't fucking know. I think anybody who says they do is lying out of their ass. I asked him for power and he gave it to me. It wasn't like a Bahamut, give me strength kind of thing. It was more like, God, I really fucking wish I could do anything that would make any difference. And then I had it. There wasn't like a deal signed or a flash of light or a whisper in my ear or anything like that. But yeah, that's why Bahamut.
Do you think he's still out there?
Yeah.
Or do you think?
I have to believe he's still out there. I still have the power.
You could just believe that you have the power and can enact good through that.
I don't know why there have been so few of us. I don't know if that's because he's weak or he's really picky. And if he's really picky, then I think that's a dick move. But I think the only way for anybody to know that he still exists and he's still trying is for those that he has chosen to actually do their fucking jobs. And I haven't for 12 years. So that's why Titus got pissed off at me, because I was trying to make excuses for Bahamut even though he doesn't even have an actual hand in this plane, except for us. And so if we fail, then that domain fails.
That's big of you to say.
It's really frustrating to sit on your ass for 12 years because the Dragon King is telling you to. When you know you are not only rare, but powerful enough to do a lot of good, and you are kept from doing it. Not only are you kept from doing it, apparently, but you sit there and facilitate injustice for 12 years.
Yeah, it's tough.
Man, it's a wonder I still have power from him at all. And I'm very grateful for it. Because it means I can make up for the past decade and then some. But yeah, I think he's still alive. And I understand why everybody's pissed off all the time, and that's why I don't say anything. Because what am I going to say? No, actually, he's totally been here the entire time, you just don't deserve it.
Well, I think that's the most just righteousness you hold. Thanks for fielding my questions. We should probably get dinner ready, since we're having company.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And at that moment, yes, it is me. All of you have been waiting. It is Blast. Blast Kleisen. Brother. Of Cletus Kleisen. Yes. Don't you ever forget it. You keep that in your mind. And you bring that down into the rivers of Morton, Cletus Kleisen and Blast Kleisen. It's the best brothers to ever live. Yes. Well, let us eat some food, yes?
Yeah, right, yes. Let me see where we are at with dinner.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys go down there. And that is where we are going to end it for the night. Wee-oo. Thank you all for joining us. It's actually a pretty... except for the beginning.
It's pretty chill.
The beginning was a little bit explosive, but then it was nice. It was nice, filled with RP session. And next session, I'm certain there will be more RP, possibly more. Next session actually will not be Vivian and Eupheme and Icklid. It will just be these fine people. And we will get to Vivian and Eupheme and Icklid and Dagamaris and Yahiro the week after that. Tough. we gotta follow this thread. It's good. It's a good thread.
Gold, baby.
It's gold. All right, but you know what? Let's do some raiding.
Let's do some raiding.
Let's do some raiding, brother. Just a little bit of
That's my favorite thing every time you do it. It's so thrilling. I feel like a child. I'm like, funny noise.
Funny noise. Let's go with the guy's name is Nimmy. I gotta go with Nimmy.
Nimmy, baby.
Let's go with Nimmy __.
Oh,
2 underscores.
2 underscores.
Fill in the blanks, right?
Yeah, what goes here? Who knows, brother?
Mean.
Okay.
maybe 69.
Millie.
Maybe 69.
Maybe 69.
Oh, if it's 69, then that's even better.
God.
All right, we're raiding in a couple of seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.